Yo, I ain't even playing with these people now. What's up, y'all? Fifth for the Cowboys. And Whitney, what up, brother?
What's happening, guys?
Uncensored Whitney, what's up, dog?
What's good?
I'm so sick. I had to spend the whole. Listen, so I just got back in like no about 4 hours ago, right? I had to go to what was it called? Cadet, Ohio. One of them. I forgot the name.
Oh, Cadet Ohio. Yeah.
I had to take some cars. I just really got back in, and just on the road, I've really just been seeing these past few days people spreading bull crap. People drinking that Kool-Aid purposely.
What's up, Tori?
People just saying we haven't even played a down yet. Instead of playing it safe, instead of having a safe net, people are saying some of the most. Oh, I'm bought in the shot. What have you bought into? I haven't seen nothing to buy into.
He hasn't done nothing yet.
The man ain't never called a play.
Yeah.
What's up, Tori? I don't. Sometimes say Dak is in development.
Oh yeah. I sent him that night. I sent him. I saw that on Instagram, and I sent him that immediately the moment I saw it.
Do y'all understand?
Yeah,
like this is what I'm talking about. I want y'all, Eshan Uncensored, to tell me what quarterback on year 10 a head coach said this about him.
That's what I texted you, man. It's this guy is being paid 60 M's a year. He's in his 10th season, and you're trying to sit here and tell me he's in the developmental stage. Only on the Dallas Cowboys you do that. That happens, bro.
Uncensored. Have you ever seen that?
Crazy.
Man, this is my first time even hearing it. I didn't even know he
said
it. Yeah. Schottenheimer said it.
He said it.
This shit is crazy, bro.
Right? I know. I came to find out about it, man, through I just randomly was scrolling through IG and I happened to see this on the NFL Instagram. Immediately I messaged Fifth. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, man, God, man. I don't know.
Dak Prescott is at the end of his career, and they talk about him in development.
Exactly.
Like he got drafted last year or some shit like that.
Right. Like he's a rookie or some shit.
There's a reason why Brian Schottenheimer is a first-time head coach after 20 years. Yeah. There's a reason.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Frank? What's up, Jay? What to do? Yeah, Nate Dogg, he did on the last show. Corner did say he's drinking the Kool-Aid heavy.
On G Hampton show, man, he went off the fucking.
I'm not gonna say what I want to say because he's my bro, but if he come on here, it's gonna be bad for him. If he come on here, it's gonna be bad for him tonight. I promise you.
You know he's gonna come on here at some point.
If he do, man.
Guess what they were talking about on Speak today?
Yeah, you sent it to me too. I saw it.
Culture.
Yeah. The culture. What are we talking about?
Corner is all about these gotcha words that he's a media guy now. He fell into the hype. Sadly.
Yeah. But yeah. No, the media speak and what is it, that the facility or whatever that show that Acho has?
Yeah. That's what it was, the facility.
Yeah. So they were talking about Brian Schottenheimer said something like he wants to make the greatest culture in this organization's history or something. And man,
Let me tell you three things Schottenheimer has done that everybody's excited about and say they're changing the culture.
I know where you're going.
Took them out to dinner, golf, and guess what they just recently did? Paintball fight.
Paintball fights.
And old Diggy Zua said, man, it was so cool, man.
Who the fuck cares if it's cool or
not? You saw Marquise Bell. He could be with SEAL Team 6. Do you see the crap we're talking about?
Only with the Cowboys, man.
Name one time old Diggy Zua has ever came out and said Marquise Bell was a good football player.
Shit, right?
I don't understand it.
I'm so lost. And this past show, Corner on G, and shout out to G Hampton, he was on there as if he was auditioning to be with these other guys. It's like he was auditioning the crap he was saying. He was saying everything that they say in every way they said, the same verbiage. Like the video Uncensored sent me the same crap.
Yeah, he sent it to me too.
What's up, Daniel? What it do?
What's up, Daniel?
Listen, you cannot change the culture. The only person on that show that I sent that clip was Shady McCoy, and he a Cowboy hater. But he was 100% right that you cannot change the culture unless Jerry Jones wants the culture changed.
Exactly. It's the quarterback and the general manager. With the
You don't
Cowboys, it's 100% those two.
you don't change the culture in Dallas without Jerry Jones wanting to change.
Exactly.
And notice that they want the culture to be fun. They want to be happy. They
Yeah.
ain't talking about a winning culture. They
Mm-hmm.
want it to be fun to play football in Dallas. It's not about winning.
It's not about winning, man.
Not about winning. It's not. And like I say, he's so gullible. You know, he was excited 6 or however many years ago it was when we was on Hard Knock, just because Jason Garrett was cursing.
Cursing, yeah.
He was like, oh my God, Garrett's changing. I've never seen this side of him.
Yeah, 2017, man. That Hard
But
Knocks.
even then, he still stood where he needed to be as far as, making his assessment and opinion about this team.
Yeah.
Where he's at today, it's almost like it's a joke. It's almost like it's a joke. What's up, George?
What's up, George?
Yo, they've been doing Hard Knocks since 2001. The Baltimore Ravens was the very first one.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams, 7 teams have made the playoffs on Hard Knocks. 23 years of Hard Knocks. And only 7 teams have made it. It is a distraction. It's a publicity stunt. That right there shows you that it's not about football.
100%. Especially with the team like the Cowboys, where it's already, about the media, the glitz and the glamours and stuff. It's even more of a distraction for the Cowboys, I would feel, at least. So, I mean, yeah.
Because if you want to change the culture, what you do is Jerry Jones says, hey, I got a head coach for the first time coming in. We just came off a losing season. We got a lot of turnover, new coaches. Don't need the distraction of these cameras and the media being around the team right now. So I'm going to pass on Hard Knocks. Y'all can go film somebody else. We're going to spend the entire offseason locked in this bunker, figuring out how to become a winning organization again.
Yeah.
That's changing the culture.
Yeah, right, for sure.
Oh, it was all or nothing.
It was all or nothing, Doug. Yeah, it was.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, that was on Amazon. I remember I watched it on Amazon. Yeah.
Appreciate you, Casey. We appreciate
Oh,
that.
thanks, man. Yeah, for sure.
I wonder, what I wonder? I wonder if first time head coach when he got hired as head coach in 2017, did Sean McVay take his guy paintball fighting?
At least it wasn't publicly reported.
I wonder if he took them golfing. I wonder did he do this and they said, "Oh, this culture." Or did he focus
hear
on
about all those house parties that Bill Belichick was throwing? You ain't hear about that?
No, I did not hear about that.
Yeah, because it ain't got shit to do with winning Super Bowls.
Exactly.
I wonder.
Andy Reid taking people to amusement parks. He just bought everybody tickets on the space shuttle. Y'all didn't see that? Because it ain't got nothing to do with football. They ain't doing that shit nowhere where they winning.
No, it's
gimmick
just the Cowboys.
Man.
It's the Cowboys.
The bar is set so low for this organization that they get a Woody off of any little thing that people. You're so sold, and I get it, but you can't let you want this team to win.
Yeah,
cloud your judgment in such a way that it seems stupid.
Yeah,
and every little thing Schottenheimer do, you run into the internet. Oh my God! You see what I'm loving? What Schottenheimer's doing? What is he doing?
What has he done?
What has he done as a head coach that says, you know what, that might work on the field? You know what? That's a head coach that a team can follow. You know what? That's a leader. You know what? I think he might be. What is he? He's doing stuff with them that you do with your kids.
And we haven't even played a down of football yet.
The man has overseen basically lingerie football because they out there in shorts and t-shirts running around. That's it.
Yeah.
They're not touching. There's no play designs going in. This is basic fundamental football. Can you run an out route? Okay. Can you throw an out route? Can you run a deep route?
Yeah.
That is all they're doing. There's no actual competition going on right now.
No, of course not.
Nobody's going to lose their job in OTAs and mini camps.
Exactly.
It's just so bad. It's just.
It is. Yeah, for
so
sure.
Bad. What a fans, and he's not the only one.
Yeah.
He's not the only one that's talking like this. He's just, you know what? It seems so forced from him that it don't even sound right. Everybody else been like this. It just seems so forced from him. you using word that I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Who says that about themselves? Why would you even say that's not even a term that you say about yourself? That's a
I've never heard anyone say that
that
about
people make
themselves.
fun of the people that drink Kool-Aid. Why would you? I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
Saying that about yourself is a bad thing. It's not a good thing.
He said, Parsons said every time Lamb gets 100 yards, he's going to get a sack.
Of course he does. That guy thinks that.
He's stupid.
So he's planning on getting what, 11 sacks?
Yeah, basically.
I ain't good. You look at it, you're probably looking at 1,100 yards for him.
According to Corner, that's fine because he was having with those Diggy Zoo 4.5. So
hey, there you go.
So according to him, that's okay.
Hey, so long as Micah cares about the stats, man. That's the bottom line.
That's all they care about. It's about individualism in Dallas.
It's the same thing with Dak. It's the same thing with Dak and all of these cats, man. They care about the stats. They care about getting their money. More power to you for getting your money, but I just don't. When he said that the culture was changing, that's when I completely lost it with him, bro. Because I'm just like, anyone with sense knows that Jerry Jones runs the Cowboys. It's not that hard to figure that out if you just follow this organization. It's common sense. Everybody knows that he runs the Cowboys. He himself said that he runs the Cowboys. He's came out and said that there's no decision that gets made on this team without my say-so. So who do you think is calling the shots? It's common sense.
80 coined the term. Desperate.
Yeah.
They're so desperate. They're holding on to every single word. And see, when you come off a losing season after going 12-5, 12-5, 12-5, after 12-5 they screwed up. You're like, man, if you can get a couple more pieces and they can play better, you're good to go.
Right.
But when you come off a season like last year,
yeah,
where everybody is down, everybody is down, you have to hang on to shit because you can't count on last year being just a down year. And everybody's talking about, keep hearing, well, they won 7 games without that.
Oh, good Lord.
The problem is they didn't play 7 games against these teams that we are playing this year.
Yep.
That was a completely different schedule last year.
Yep.
If we played this season without Dak, we probably win 3 games.
Yeah. If we're lucky. Yeah, total.
But for some reason, they like to misconstrue. Everything has context. Everything.
Yeah, 100%.
Every season is a different journey. You can't compare last season to this season. You can look at it and kind of infer things off of it.
Right.
But you can't say, well, Dak Prescott, we won 7 games and he was hurt. But you fail to mention that you were 2-5 when he went down, and he gets the other loss on the game he went down.
Yeah. It was 3. We were 3-5. 3-5, yeah.
So he had a losing record to start.
Exactly.
If you extrapolate that out over the rest of the season, you got 7 wins.
Yeah. That's the thing that drives me crazy. It's like people acted like we were world beaters with Dak. I'm like, the dude had 8 picks halfway through the season. He didn't even play half the season, and he had what, 11 touchdowns, 8 picks or something like that, and we were 3-5. So
who was the quarterback during that Saints blowout? Dak Prescott. Who was the one that struggled against the Steelers throwing red zone interceptions? Dak Prescott.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, Frank. Hey, look, he said, man, listen, man, I don't care if the steak fake. Put me back in, bro. Put me back in the Matrix. I'm tired of this real world. He sat in that restaurant and ate that fake steak and he did not care that it was fake. He said, man, I'm on a stupid ship called a Nebuchadnezzar, whatever it's called. I'm eating this nasty stuff. There's one girl on here. She like, one dude, man, get me off of here. These raggedy clothes. I don't believe. Hey, that's who Corner is.
That first Matrix is the truth. I love that movie.
I just watched a clip of Corner saying that Cooper Rush played better than Dak last year. But now all of a sudden he's on the train. I watched a clip of Corner telling the guy on Junkie Page, dude, dog, it don't matter who we bring in here. As long as Dak back there, we ain't winning jack.
Yeah. Well, Corner's been saying that for a long time now. Corner
and
said
this was March 31st.
Yeah.
Back live, March 31st. He's on his channel saying, on Sports Junkie channel, it's still up the live, because Corner like to say, what's the reference? So if he come over here, I'm going to give him the exact live. It was a guy on there that said, we lucky to have Dak. And Corner said, what has Dak done for us? What more has he done than Tony Romo?
Yeah.
He said, dog, it don't matter. He said, Dak has had all the help he need to get further. It don't matter who we bring in here. Dak is still the quarterback. We're not going anywhere. He's literally just said this 2 months ago. Now all of a sudden, it's we don't want to win because we're still uttering the same thing he said. It's like he's auditioning to be a part of the media now. I don't know if he want to have Brian Broaddus on talking crazy, or I don't know what he want. I don't know if he want to do a show with law-abiding citizen and Stanky Ankle them. I don't know what it is, but it's like he's auditioning. Like
That's a good name. I got to use that one.
He also said it's okay to change the narrative. You
he
got
did say that. Yeah, he said that.
You have to show something to change the narrative.
Yeah,
nothing has changed from the time he said you can't do it with Dak Prescott to now. There's nothing that's changed. You've got some names on the board that you drafted that you don't even know is going to make the team. How they going to play, shape out? Wasn't he all in on Jalen Tolbert before?
Yeah, he was.
Jalen Brooks.
The only thing that's changed is they are riding so much on the Pickens thing that's it, because like they're just banking on that like it's everything. Like, I'm gonna change everything.
I got a clip I'm gonna sing y'all later. I didn't have it prepared. But the shit that's been going on with Pickens, wait till you see this. It's like a 15-minute clip of just Pickens losing his shit.
With the Steelers,
personal fouls, even in college. And he is who he is. He's going to be a problem at some point in this season. You're going to look and you're going to say feast or famine with George Pickens.
Yeah. At some point in time when Dak overthrows him, he's going to be in Dak's face because that's been who he has been. Obviously,
but at some point in time, he's going to cost you a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is.
No, yeah, Casey. That's what we three hate. Casey, about the
same guy.
Yeah.
And Amari Cooper is responsible for getting Dak paid.
Well, it's the truth. Because what was that season before he got Amari Cooper? Dak was awful.
And that was Corner's whole point. And man, look at Chan. What's up, brother?
What's happening, Champ?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good, man. What's up?
Oh, no much. Yeah, I saw the title.
Yeah,
I saw the title. These old unicorn teddy bear fans.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what we're addressing tonight. That's what it's all about tonight.
Yep. Kool-Aid drinkers, man.
That's what it's all about.
This Kool-Aid ain't even got no sugar in it. It's just
what's bland. Up, 80, what's happening?
It's just bland ass Kool-Aid, and they drinking it.
Yeah, man. The fact that
actually Kool-Aid, actually Kool-Aid yellow from yellow water.
They use that Michigan water to make that Kool-Aid.
Yeah, and I'm not drinking no fucking yellow water.
Oh no, there ain't no Michigan water. That water comes straight from Jerry Jones.
That is disgusting. Yellow water. That is fucking nasty, man. Holy shit, that is disgusting.
I don't get why people enjoy being lied to.
Yeah,
this organization has been lying to people for 30 years, and every year they fall for it. Every year they talked about. Every year it's the Cowboys' year. It's disgusting, man.
They finally made Corner fold. They finally got him.
Yeah, bro. No,
he's gonna have to stand on that. Come week 6, 7, 8, 9, he's gonna have to stand on this.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knows before Corner. I've been tracking it. Corner has said some shit that has not come true, and over the last year, everybody's been calling him on it. But for years, he would just make a prediction or speak something like it's fact, and then when it didn't happen, he's just like, "Oh well, I was wrong," and move on. But he's standing so 10 toes down on this shit.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna have to run halfway through the season.
Yeah. No, I mean he's always fluctuated, but it was always at least before there was a sense of, at least for me, that okay, he still spoke from the heart. I used to enjoy having hearing his perspective on things when it comes to Cowboy talks and stuff. But I got to be honest, after the OG show, he completely lost me, man. I'm just like, this is I don't even 180-degree turn, just complete. I'm just, you would.
The dude was trolling.
I guess, but I mean, even still.
I thought he was trolling on OG show, but then he went on everybody else's show. He went on everybody else's show and kept it up. I'm like, this dude lost his damn mind.
No, man. The last month when he started this stuff last month, I thought he was trolling. But then when he was coming at me at fifth, I was like, oh, he actually believes this. Because there's no way, even if you're trolling, you're not going to sit here and tell me the culture's different. I don't buy it. Miss me with it. I don't want to hear that.
Well, you know, everybody start telling a lie over and over. They start believing the lie.
I mean,
and the Cowboys nothing but a lie.
But it doesn't make sense.
You know what? Because
unchanged.
My thing is, I don't see what's so different from any other year. They talk about the Cowboys being proactive in the off season.
That's my thing.
I even heard people talking about this may be the best draft they ever had. I'm like, what the hell are y'all smoking on?
If this is the best draft we've ever had, you might have God bless the Cowboys. That's all I can really say.
We got a super chat.
What's that?
Something that you guys always tell the truth about this team is probably Cowboys fan who see the real problem with the team. Thank you, Mike. And of course, we all listen. You're not gonna get no bull crap from me. They got to show me something different than I've seen because it's about eras. In that first era, he had Dez Bryant. We can say why it didn't work. Zeke was gone. What we did, we gave him a first round for an elite route runner and Amari Cooper, who got Prescott. Right?
Yeah.
We went and got a CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
We went and drafted CeeDee Lamb first round. We had Amari, we had CeeDee Lamb, we had Michael Gallup.
Mm-hmm.
We had Randall Cobb, we had Amari Cooper. Listen, in different eras, he's had enough talent. This George Pitt, the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Enough talent. It's not going to change. People not factoring in. We've been down this road a few times.
Multiple times.
We've been down the road a few. I tell you what, one time I was out in Vegas and I was drinking and I passed M&M factory, thought I was going home, and I walked by the same M&M factory. I said, wait a minute, I just passed the thing. Well, let me go back in here and buy me some more M&M. You know the little pack they get.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big ass M&M store out here.
Yeah, I had coffee M&Ms and everything since I passed it twice.
Oh, coffee M&Ms! I got to try that one.
They got all types in there, bro.
Oh shit! Wow, that's good. That sounds good.
We've been down this road before.
1000%. We have.
In different eras, you could look at that tenure and look at the talent, and you say, "Good God, that was enough."
Yeah.
We had two running backs that almost cracked 1,000, along with the same year.
That first 12 season.
Listen, you stacked. You want to talk about stacked? And when it came to the playoff, the man couldn't finish. He couldn't finish. Uncensored sent me something the other day where Dak threw the ball behind Noah Brown, and Dak, while passing the ball, he was just like he saw a ghost. I just never seen quarterbacks be like that in the moment, bro.
Oh yeah, man.
Listen.
Complete ghost on that field.
We had games where Zeke and Pollard both had 100 yards.
Yeah.
Running backs. We had all the positions you can name. We've had them.
Yeah.
We've had them. And this is another era of the thing. This is another.
We got top 5 defense as well.
Listen, and I can't reiterate enough when they try to go to that. We've had defenses that did their job against high-scoring teams. JB, the Cow. Hey, come on here if you want, bro. If you want the link, let me know, JB. We've had Cowboy fans that come at our defense and said we gave up this many yards. What about the times where the defenses did their job? I forgot all about the Chiefs game until y'all reminded me about the Chiefs game.
19-9.
Held them to 19 points, and the Cowboys only mustered 3 field goals.
And Dak threw 2 picks that game.
Mhm.
I don't know. We leave this stuff off the table. It doesn't matter who we bring in here. It's not them. You know what pick is gonna be? One and done. He's gonna be gone. He's gonna be gone. Even if it's sad to say. Look at the
Yeah.
talent. Look at that timeline. Look at all the talent that was here before him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at all the talent that was here before him.
Yeah.
And you know what?
It's like when you look at what Steve Jobs left behind. It's like people are over there screwing up what this man built. That came in here and screwed up what Tony Romo and Jerry Jones built. That core offense, they built that, and that came in here and just they all gone. Coaches,
Yeah,
everyone
is gone. Yeah,
they all gone.
I'm sorry. You been hearing about Cowboy trying to trade for Ramsey?
I only found about it from Uncensored. I didn't even know about it.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. But see, the deal is Cowboys only got 5 draft picks for next year.
That's so disgusting.
That's
so disgusting.
They'll have probably 8 with some supplemental picks, but it just
But even
and
still,
they kind of got an idea where their supplemental picks are going to fall based off of the people that they lost. But these people got to get away from trying to sign every big name that hits free agency or the trade block.
Exactly.
They have to stop.
They get attached to these names, and that's it.
You know what? You know when Corner started this crap? Corner started this crap in free agency when we picked up them running backs.
It was. I know exactly when it was.
That's part of this crap.
I know exactly.
You don't have to reach because you brought in retired players.
Believe me, I have it all here. I know exactly what he flipped.
This so you don't have to reach at running back.
Yeah,
that's exactly what he said. As if he. Oh my God! Now.
But that was direct from Sports Junkie. If I'm not mistaken.
It
was.
Have to reach with these signings. Now he's saying those same people that we picked up in free agency. Oh man, they might just be camp bodies.
It was when we got Javonte Williams, I think. That when we picked him up.
I don't know why he's so high on Javonte Williams.
Yeah, man,
I think the dude's got 2,000 yards rushing total in his entire career.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think 600 yards. I think is the highest he's ever had in the season.
I ain't gonna lie though, we do like we average like once the show in like 500 views. Like y'all got to get them likes up seriously.
Oh yeah, man, hit the like button, man.
We be averaging like once the show in a lot of views and like the likes.
Oh, yeah, you get the playbacks for sure. I know that one.
Yeah, the likes way down. So if y'all in the live, just please hit the like if you can.
For sure.
I like, and you know what? Even G Hampton, who's a Dak fan, sometimes question Corner thought like.
He at the end of the show, G Hampton said, "I won't go as far as you went." He said something like that. So
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Like I said, I can't debate him no more because he's at that point. They just say it seems like he's trying to be media. He's talking exactly how they're talking.
Yep.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm buying into Schottenheimer. What are you buying into?
Based off of what? What is it to buy into?
Golfing.
So let me rewind people for a little bit.
Go ahead.
A couple years.
What's up?
Brian Schottenheimer was on this team in 2022. What did he do?
Well, I didn't know who the fuck he was up until just a couple months ago when I hired him.
Bingo. Okay. Now Brian Schottenheimer was on this team in 2023. What did he do?
Did not know who the fuck he was.
Nothing.
And now all of a sudden, he's a head coach, and the culture in Dallas has changed.
Right.
You had a man that was in the building that 90%, and I'm calling it right now, 90% of these people on this fans did not know who Brian Schottenheimer was. They didn't know his position. They don't know what he did and contributed to this team. They didn't know. He got hired nowhere, and then all of a sudden now, because football is not about X's and O's, that was one of the first words out of his mouth in his opening press conference. And apparently football is about golf, paintball, and other bullshit like that, because I don't hear about football related activities. Why don't I hear about Dak Prescott and his $60 million refurbished from the ground up mansion with George Pickens and them in the backyard running routes?
But no, he's in the developmental phase as a 10-year veteran. Man.
This shit is insane, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Corner literally said on G Hump this, and I'm firing him up till he come on here. He better get on here. Hampton show and said Matt Eberflus had a good defense in Chicago. He ran a good defense in Chicago.
Oh, good fucking Lord.
Do you know that they were number 1 in touchdown allowed last year?
Yeah, weren't they ranked bottom? Like overall as a defense?
I didn't know.
I confronted Corner about this.
Last
2022, they were ranked dead last.
They were ranked
2023, they were ranked 17th, I believe. Last year, they were ranked 12th. They said that this was a great defense. Tell me, I thought top 5 was great defenses. Top 10 was good defenses. Everything below that was average and bad and worse.
In touchdown passes allowed, they were number 1.
That's disgusting.
In touchdown passes allowed, they were number.
I'm telling y'all, we are closer to Mike Nolan than Dan Quinn.
1,000%. I'm looking. It's saying in 2024 they were ranked 27th, giving up 354 yards a game.
Bro,
I don't know. Golly.
If he had an elite defense and the offense was struggling, I guarantee you he would still be the head coach of the Bears.
For sure.
They would not have held a rookie. They would not have held a struggling rookie against him if he had a top 5 defense.
Yeah.
Because that's what you need to help a rookie along, because he's going to make rookie mistakes.
Yeah. I have a buddy of mine who I work with who is a huge Bears fan, and he was pissed the entire season about Eberflus, flaming his ass the whole season, saying how awful of a coach he was. Yeah, there he is. There he is.
Yes, here we go.
Oh, God. All right.
Let me get my headphones.
Here comes the dislike button.
It only took 30 minutes cooking him for him to get up here.
You can take this.
He had to go ask AI for every.
He got all his tabs open with his AI on it.
They're using that Chinese AI.
Google Assistant AI, man.
It's worse than Google. He over there using the Chinese brand one.
Chat GPT.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah. Chat GPT. Because I use Chat GPT sometimes.
Yeah, that's what it's called, man. Yeah, let's get it, man. Get them headphones and get on here. Hey, them headphones are perfect for the media that you're auditioning for.
Oh, yeah.
Those are perfect headphones for you're auditioning for. I don't know if you want Brian Broaddus on your show.
Make sure you tell him how many his boys let touchdown passes allowed last year for his fancy defensive coordinator. What they ranked at.
Yeah. Make sure you ask Brian Broaddus about the defensive coordinator that you're excited for, about him being number 1 in touchdown passes allowed next year. Make sure you ask that too. Maybe you can get James Slater to come on too. You might be the best player that can put their helmet on this year, because our team sucks. So you might need to be you might be the biggest defensive end we got because everybody else smaller. So you might need to put that helmet on and go out there. You might need to put that on. You guys better keep an eye on him. He's gonna try to.
Oh yeah.
They called you. You seen the Matrix? They called you Cypher from the Matrix, bro. They said you
Oh
want.
yeah, Cypher from the Matrix.
Get out. Hey, it's been rough in here, bro. We just been going down this roller coaster of things you've been saying over the past 3 months, and we just
say that again.
I said we just been going down this roller coaster of the ridiculous rhetoric you've been spewing out your mouth the past 3 months about Schottenheimer, Dak, and you know how you do pancake, you know.
You mean tonight? I made a show dedicated to talk about Cowboys corner?
No, it's about all y'all. See, I'm saying y'all now. It's about all y'all because you over there now. It's about all.
Ask me why I'm wearing the hard hat.
It's about all y'all. It's about all
I'm
y'all.
wearing the hard hat.
You're gonna love this one. Schottenheimer, guess what they did? Went paintball fighting. Oh, that's culture.
There we go.
Not football. That's culture. Old Dickie Zoo, you know what he said? Marquise Bell was so good, he could join the SEAL team.
SEAL 6.
SEAL 6.
Yep. SEAL team
Never,
6.
never in no Dickie Zoo of life in front of that microphone has he said how good of a player Marquise Bell is. But paintball gun, SEAL team 6, buddy. SEAL team 6. So yeah, we got golfing, we got dinner, paintball. We building this culture. We building it.
How would you build it, Fifth? How would you build it? If you don't like how he's doing it, how would Fifth do it?
First of all, I don't even consider what he's doing has nothing to do with culture because the culture is what Jerry Jones says it is. But if I'm a head coach of the Cowboys, the culture is what Jerry Jones says it is. It's not what any coach said it was. First of all, let me rewind y'all a little conversation uncensored in Cowboys Corner had last year around November. They both out here said that it was reported, and you can Google this, that Jerry Jones told Mike McCarthy to keep it Dak friendly. Okay?
Yep.
Okay? We have proof, and we know first of all, I got the clips ready of Cowboys Corner saying who runs this culture, of Cowboys Corner saying who has the last word. So he can't sit up and try to change it now. I'm locked and loaded tonight. That's why I'm ready for you tonight. Cowboys Corner has, out of his mouth, plenty of live streams. Said that ain't no coach that came in here. Everybody, he said, we hired Garrett as a puppet. He was happy Mike McCarthy went to 3-12-5, but he also said that Jerry Jones was still the top guy. He said on my live when we hired Schottenheimer that he was a puppet coach. He said it. I'm going to flip all. I got it already. Now Corner is saying Schottenheimer will call the shots. Corner is also saying Schottenheimer taking these guys to dinner, golf, and now today, paintball fighting is building football culture. Let me tell y'all what builds football culture. A coach that know how to win games. Oh, y'all, let me take Schottenheimer. Corner also got on here and jumped down Schottenheimer's throat, pause, for saying it's not about X's and O's, it's about people. Corner didn't like that. You know what Corner said on my channel last week? He got to build a rapport with his team. They're human beings. Is that not the same verbiage of Schottenheimer saying it's about people? See, he admitted the other day on G Hump, shout out to G Humpton, he's drinking the Kool-Aid, which is something you don't supposed to say about yourself. So like I said, he's building himself for the media. You see, he got his nice headphone. He got his Cowboys Corner thing behind the room painted blue. So I'm pretty sure you'll probably see him and Brian Brothers and Gooch Auto guys on the live stream soon because he's definitely auditioning for those guys. But Corner has literally flipped the script on the coach and the quarterback.
Completely.
What reasons? I don't know. And I'm going to rip him every chance I get about it because you can change your mind in season as you see a player playing better. If you saw Dak right now playing better like I did, then I would change it. If Schottenheimer went 4-0 and he looked like he controlled the game, if he knew about clock management, if he made the right decision, then I would say the culture is changing. If he got on players, if he fined players, if he sat players down for being late, being disruptive, getting in trouble off the field, then we could talk about culture changing. But you're talking about a damn dinner, golf that has nothing to do with football, nothing to do with OTAs, nothing on the field. You talk about culture changing, man, miss me with that. That's you trying to please your fans and trying to hopium that what you say can change what goes on over there. And the only person that can change something that goes on over there is Jerry Jones.
It's Jerry Jones.
Say it ain't so, Cowboys Corner. Oh no, it's so, George. 100%. 100%. And I'm locked and loaded tonight. I'm ready tonight. Let's go. Let's go. You got what you want to say?
No. You know, I want y'all to ask me why I'm wearing the hat. You wasted 5 minutes talking about me in the past, but we could be talking about the future.
It's not the past.
In the past. What the fuck? Yeah, right.
You worse than an ex-girlfriend. You want to bring up old shit. You
just,
worse than an ex.
You just
I got
said
receipts. I got this. Bring up what we're doing now. Ain't that what we do?
We assess it when it's time to assess it. There's nothing to.
And right now it's time to assess it, is it not? We got a new coach. We're after the draft.
What have we seen? What have we seen?
What?
As from a head coach, as a head coach, what have we seen from Schottenheimer that would make me say anything related to football?
Well, if you appreciate culture building, we would talk about his culture building.
Good Lord, have mercy. Okay.
That's why I'm wearing the hard hat, we're building culture in Dallas. We're under construction.
Yeah,
we're under culture construction. Absolutely.
Destruction.
Kiss my ass with culture.
And I don't even understand.
You wear that same hard hat when you destructing as.
Hey, one of the rules is you can't talk over people. I was talking.
You talk over people all the time.
One of the rules. Hey, Sean, you were worst at it, mister. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. You're the worst at it.
Yeah, and I don't really give a fuck, so shut the fuck up right now.
You ain't shit, Sean.
You ain't shit either.
Don't y'all do that. Y'all
haven't said it.
Come on, we ain't even started yet. Connor, go ahead. You got the floor. Go ahead.
What is happening now?
Oh, what's up, Simon?
What is there you go. Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep interrupting.
Wait till you start talking. Wait till you start talking.
Go ahead, Connor. Go ahead.
Motherfucker.
What's at the end of the day, what's going on here?
Bitch ass.
All
right, okay, you know what?
At the end of the day,
if you're gonna keep this, okay, shut up. If you're
gonna saying, I'm repeating what you're saying, Eshawn. Come on, dog. It's what you're saying. I'm repeating what you're saying. All right, anyway, at the end of the day, what we're seeing here is Schottenheimer came in. A lot of you guys don't like the way Schottenheimer was hired. They interviewed 4 coaches. Schottenheimer had the job. We can say that former Jets coach was the Rooney Rule, but they sold Jerry. Schottenheimer sold Jerry. He did. Schottenheimer went in there and he interviewed well. I don't know if y'all have listened to his press conferences. His press conferences have been really nice. Really nice. And what he's doing with these players, you can't overlook this. This is good. He's been on the team for 3 years. Now he has a shot after being in the NFL over 2 decades of waiting for this opportunity. And this is how he wants to do it. This is how Schottenheimer wants to do it. He wants to take them paintballing. He wants to buy them dinner. He wants to know his team not only as a business level, but as a professional level. I don't know how you can hate on this. I really don't know. Now, if we go out there in training camp and I see helmets off, I see players not hustling, I see players not giving 100%, 110% play in, play out, then we get into the preseason and things ain't working like it is. But again, that's preseason. Then we get in the regular season and we still got lackluster play. We still got this. What I can go off of is what's happening right now. And what's happening right now is he is doing his best to build this team up culture-wise. I'm a fan of it. I am. You guys might not be a fan of it, but I am. And I like what he's doing. Hey, I went on a road trip with my coach. It was 3 offensive linemen, and it was me. We had one of the best times of our lives going out to Granbury, Texas, Pecan Plantation, and helping him move him and his wife to their new home over there at Pecan Plantation in Granbury, Texas. That was good chemistry building. That was good culture building for us and my fellow high school teammates. Look, you can look at it 2 ways. You can think this is absolutely stupid, or you can say, you know what, he's trying. This is something that we haven't seen in Wade Phillips. This is something we haven't seen in Jason Garrett. This is something we haven't seen in Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy tried to do smashing watermelons and putting monkey butt powder in people's locker rooms. This is totally different. This is taking it to a whole nother level that we've never seen before. It really is. I appreciate and I acknowledge what Schottenheimer's doing. And the hard hat right here. Culture's under construction.
Oh yeah, taking players paintball is all of a sudden changing the culture.
Eshawn, 48 hours ago, you said you don't mind what Schottenheimer's doing. Now you have a problem with it, so explain yourself.
Oh God, I'm not gonna even debate you, man, because you're gonna twist my words. So just go to someone else. Because that's what you did all OG show. You twisted my words, so there's no point. I said my piece about the culture change. I don't have any. Again, I'll repeat it in case if you hear it, you hear it. You don't, you don't. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you. I'll just say my piece and let it be. I have no problem with what Schottenheimer is doing. I don't blame him necessarily for anything. But if you think that you're acting like Schottenheimer is calling the shots over Jerry Jones, and that's complete bullshit. It's not the way that the Cowboys are. If you think that Schottenheimer all of a sudden is going to call shots over Jerry Jones, keep living. I guess I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I mean, I have absolutely no problem with what Schottenheimer is doing. I don't care. I don't have any beef with him. My thing is about you saying the culture is different, and it's not. If he can only do so much underneath the Cowboys regime, and so long as Jerry Jones is here, the culture is going to be the culture because there's one common denominator for 30 years. We all know this. Apparently, you flipped on it. So that's my piece. If you want to rebuttal, go ahead.
Hold up. 1980, how you doing, brother?
What's up, Eddie?
What's going on, guys?
How you doing, man?
And much.
It's going good.
What's up, man?
I was over there watching. I was watching The Karate Kid, man. I was chilling.
Oh, nice.
Good movie.
1980, when you think of building culture on a football team, what comes to mind?
Look at Simon's, my boy in the comment section.
Oh, yes.
When I think of culture for the Dallas Cowboys,
exactly.
Just a football. When you think of a head coach trying to build culture, what does that consist of?
well, it's from my experiences playing football, it was creating that respect, that fear, kind of like what Jimmy Johnson did back in '89, creating that discipline, that fear of making a mistake, setting the tone of perfect football in every way, perfection. That's building a culture, bringing greatness back to the organization, just in all cylinders, coaching, assistant coaches, everything. The perfect example is what Dallas did back in '89, '90. They designed that team for greatness, and that's why it happened so fast. The only way to realize if you're changing the culture is if you see results from it. It's just like working out. Corner was in the gym working out. We saw the results of it. We saw, his face slimmed down. He looked healthier. He looked good. It's like working out. It's like studying for a test. You work out, you see results. You work hard, you see results. You study for that test, you work hard, you see the results when you take that test and you ace it. Right now, there is no way, it's impossible for us to say, for any Cowboy fans to say, the culture has changed, because it's too premature. We haven't seen the results of it yet. Unfortunately, in order to see results in sports, they have to play. And it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. He's got a lot of work to do. These players are already prima donnas. Back then, it was a little different. You had the players, the mindset of an athlete was totally different back then. It was win first, get your money, and all that other stuff second. Culture starts with how these players are being raised. It's so deep. It could go so deep. It's not something, to make a long story short, which is probably too late. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. We're going to need this. It's going to take time, and then we're going to need to see the results of it. And I think we have to, as Cowboy fans, we have to be patient. Because I keep saying this. I'm not talking to y'all in general, but just whoever's listening. This culture change is what they're calling it. We've heard this before. We've seen this before. We've been down this road before. All the culture, and we get the same results in the playoffs. It's still the Dallas Magicians in the playoffs. The Dallas Magicians. I think people forget real fast what happened last year, and the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. Because of the love of the sport, football. They're so happy. It's almost here. And I get it. I love it too. Just something about the grass and tackling and all that stuff. Just, it just brings a little boy out in us. But we have to, we can forgive, but we can't forget. So until we see results, we got to see results first. I don't want to be like them fools on the radio, 105.3 The Fan, or all them other 65 Cowboy fans on YouTube, who's already talking about cultures changing right now as we speak. It's impossible. It is impossible to see that right now. Guys, we've been losing for almost 30 years. Well, we've been losing for 30 years. Not going to a Super Bowl is losing for 30 years. To me, we've had great teams, great players. They went to other teams and win Super Bowls, whole 9 yards. But we've been losing for 30 years, guys. So it is impossible for you to even utter the word culture before we even start playing the game. You can't do it. I'm all about results now. I'm not about the talking anymore. Everybody, we can get on here and run our mouths until we blue in the face. And, you go to different channels, they say they got a different style, a different approach. More power to them. But 1980 is that fly on the wall. I have to see it. I got to see it. It's good for discussion. It's good for topic. I'm not undermining you guys' thought process or anything like that. But I'm at a point where I have to see it. Culture is a very strong word. Culture is almost like racial. You got different cultures. Everybody, different creed. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Indian, whatever. Everybody, we're all the same, but we're different. We were brought up different ways, from different hoods. Simon's in the chat. We both grew up in the cliff, back in the day. Hell, Simon's might be a little bit tougher than me, but I'm from the same, we cut from the same cloth. Culture, that word culture is very serious. And I think a lot of people are just throwing it out there, man. Just like a bag of chips or something. It's just, that's serious, man. And you got to have the productivity to back it up. And that's what we're waiting on as fans. That's what I'm waiting on. Sorry if I took too long.
You're fine, brother. You're fine. Anybody got something to say?
Right.
Go ahead.
1980 hit it right on the head. If I'm saying that the culture's changing, you got it wrong. I'm saying the culture is on its way to change. It's under construction. You see the hard hat? I started the show coming in here talking about why am I wearing the hat? Culture's under construction because that's what it is. And I talked about before 1980 said his point. I talked about it has to translate to training camp. It has to translate to preseason. It has to translate to the regular season. 1980 basically backed up what I said. It's creating respect. It really is. It's setting perfection. It starts in practice. Did I not just say it goes in training camp, it goes in preseason, it goes in regular season? Do you need to rewind your own show back? I said that. 1980, totally agree with you.
Oh my
goodness.
This is
Corner should be on the Fantastic Four because the way you just stretched and twisted to get that point across.
Oh my God, man.
Okay, let's just take off what's happened since Schottenheimer. What has been the culture of the Dallas Cowboys from 1995 to January 2005? What's the culture in Dallas?
Losing.
Failure, losing, choking in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And how does playing top golf and paintball translate to wins on the field? If my culture is working out, then I need to build and do activities around working out to build that culture. Football-related activities, field chemistry activities is changing the culture. The culture in Dallas is losing. And you're not going to change that culture by playing paintball and top golf. It's not going to happen.
I don't know how you're trying to contribute that to any form of culture change when this is a football team. This is just a fun activity team or extracurricular activity team. This is a football organization, and you're trying to equate him getting a personal level by going out to golfing, eating dinner, and playing paintball fighting to culture. That's not related. Then you try to say McCarthy and Garrett ain't never did that. For the ones that don't know, 2022, McCarthy canceled minicamp and took the team golfing. 2013, Jason Garrett canceled camp and took the team to the beach. 2014, they played golf every Tuesday. Now, tell me how did that equate to culture between Dan and McCarthy, since you said they never did it? Did that help the culture? Did that help the culture? How does culture start now with things that are unrelated to football? Please tell me how. I wonder, did Sean McVay build his culture by taking his team out to win that Super Bowl? Or did he build a team and coach them the right way? I wonder, did he do that? Did the Eagles coach take them out golfing before his 2 Super Bowl wins? Or his 2 Super Bowl appearances and 1 win? Did they go golfing? Did they go to eat? Did they go paintballing? Or did he build that culture in football during the season? Aggressive in drafting, free agency, winning games when he needed to win it. Did he do that? Please help me, Corner. Was that building culture, or is your way and Schottenheimer way by playing golf and getting personal relationship helps you win? Please tell me.
Yeah, I think personal relationship absolutely helps you get that started. 1980 started with it's about creating respect. Now that's how 1980 started that. This guy was on the team for 3 years. He was a consultant 1 year and offensive coordinator for 2 years. Maybe there's some players that don't respect him because maybe the players don't see that. So how can you get between you and the player and create that chemistry? How can you start creating that bond? You start creating that bond by going out to dinner, hanging out with these guys, getting to know these guys on a personal level. That's 100% accurate. That's 100% truth. Whenever you're in a job interview, 9 times out of 10, in a professional setting, you're either going to have an interview over some type of dinner, or you're going to have an interview at a desk, and they might offer you or cater you a water bottle or a soda pop or something like that. It's just all about conversating. Food is hospitality. When someone dies in your family, what's the first thing they bring you? Food. It's a comfort level, right? So at the end of the day, you got to start somewhere. And this is how Schottenheimer wants to start it. I cannot disagree with how he wants to start his culture building, but it's something different. It's something refreshing, and I can't wait to see how it translates.
I got a question, Phil.
Go ahead, brother.
I think I missed something. Schottenheimer's taking players out to eat.
Oh wait,
is that what I'm hearing?
Oh wait. Schottenheimer took him golfing. He took him out to dinner.
Okay.
And they went paintball fight, and Corner said that's contributing to culture building. Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Okay. Let me coaches, respectively. This is respectfully because I don't want to disrespect anybody. That's the first thing I gotta put out there. Coaches, a lot of coaches do shit different. That is not the way you want to start. See, you're a coach. You're a parent. I'm your parent. I'm not your friend. I'll be cool with you, as long as you winning. I love you, like Ken Norton said. With Jimmy Johnson said, when you're making plays and you're making tackles, I love you. But if you're not, I don't love you anymore. I don't think that's a good idea, Corner. Like I said, I'm not undermining what you're saying because every coach does things differently. So I don't not see him doing anything like that. I don't doubt that he did something like that. This is my first time hearing about it, and I think that's already setting up a bad vibe, a bad sign from a coaching to a student or a player, if you will. You don't want to do that. These guys are supposed they not your friends, man. They supposed to be afraid of you. See, when you walk in that door, you should be able to hear a pin drop. There's no Hey man, how'd you know, last night was cool, man. That's what the players do. Let them do that shit for each other. Coaches and players are two different. It's just you just don't do it. Coaches have a job to do, and they have to create that fear, that respect, that perfectness in each and every last one of those players that are on the field. Hell, even the players that are not on the field, because you never know when they might get a shot because somebody get hurt. We don't want to. This is already kind of starting off a little rocky. Players going out to eat with the coaches and golfing. No. We're not gonna do that. That's just like motherfuckers changing jerseys at the end of the game. See, we're not gonna do that. See, I'm here to coach you and get you ready, dog. That's all I'm here for. That's the only. We got a relationship at work, but outside of that, nah, I'm good. Because I need you focused all the time, especially when you have a history that you've had in this classroom or on this field. We've been one and done. We've been the Dallas Magicians for so long. So I need it to be, maybe it's been a little bit too soft for these grown kids that we got. I think it needs to get a little bit more harder. I think it needs to be damn near like the Marines or something like that. But I just don't agree with it. I get it. If you're trying to get to know your players and all that stuff like that, you can get to know them on the field. You should already know them. You've been an assistant. It don't make sense to me. I just had to ask. I didn't know if you know, I didn't know the extent of what was going on and what y'all were talking about.
Yeah. Let me read this super chat. Appreciate it, Case. He said he also had lunch with Mike at the airport this week. And weeks ago, he did a seafood boil. Richard said, college and grown men respond differently to that nice crap. Grown men don't care about you taking them out, play kids games. No fear, money. See, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Head coaches that know how to win and that know how to lead a football team, they don't care nothing about that. They'll see you at minicamp, they'll see you at OTAs, and they'll see you at training camp. They'll talk to you and introduce themselves as the head coach. Nice to meet you. Heard you're a good football player. Can't wait to get out there and see you do your thing. All this extra crap about building personal relationship, man, that's bull crap. And see, that's like mamas and daughters. When she said, I ain't your friend or your sister, I'm your mama. And she treated as so. This right here ain't got nothing to do with Mike McCarthy did this. Look it up, 2022. Since Corner said, what's the source? Look it up. 2022, Mike McCarthy took them out to golf. Matter of fact, he canceled OTAs and took them out to golf. What did it do? Did that build a culture? What did that do? Jason Garrett took his team to the beach and golfing. They golfed every Tuesday. What has it done? The bar has been set so low for this organization that we see little stuff like this and be like, oh my God, Schottenheimer doing something different. He has done something different. He a coach that never called the plays that got a head coaching job. And that's because he was the last man in the building. He ain't did nothing special. He ain't showing me nothing special. That man get out there and he lead this organization and he put a I don't play that crap mentality on that field and practice in the game. If he changed the way the penalty been on this organization, then I said, man, Schottenheimer has really stepped in and changed his football culture. Until he showed me something related to football, I don't care about nothing personal. It's the same. You can't use this and say he's building a personal relationship, but in the same breath, Corner, say we don't care about what Dak got going on personally. We care about what he do on the field because we've said that 1,000 times. We said we don't his personal life, his donations, his charities. That's him off the field. We care about what he do when he's on that turf or whatever they play on. It goes the same thing for the coaches. I don't care about him seafood boils. Man, what can you do with these players? What can you do with a Lamb or Parsons? These guys is already grown men. Can you lead these grown men? That's the culture changer. Can Jerry say one thing and you do something else? Because Mike McCarthy almost cried when he was mad when Deuce Vaughn couldn't travel with the team and Zeke went. He got up there and said he hates it when the young guys don't get opportunities. So when Schottenheimer can change that, when he showed me something different than Mike McCarthy showed me, slow these penalties down. Oh, this guy's starting this week. Oh, this guy playing. I don't care what Jerry want with Dak, his $60 million quarterback. We running the ball with these running backs. Until Schottenheimer does that, ain't nothing changed about this culture. Ain't no Danner gonna change that. Ain't no golf gonna change that. And damn ain't no paintball gonna change that because we ain't played a down in preseason or the regular season yet. So something like that changes, ain't nothing got nothing to do with culture. What's going on right now in May? Nothing at all.
Okay. So you asked the question about the Eagles, right? And you said that the Eagles have built, a physical football team, and et cetera, et cetera. This is from inside the Eagles.com. All right. And if I may have 2 minutes to read this section of the article for you.
Go ahead.
All right. Since becoming the Eagles head coach, Nick Sirianni has been a divisive figure. His passionate sideline demeanor and intense competitiveness has drawn both criticism and admiration for fans and analysts alike. Yet, behind the scenes, Sirianni has built a culture of trust and connection that has earned an unwavering loyalty to his players. His ability of his players and the unwavering ability of his players, his ability to foster personal relationships and lead with empathy has been a driving force behind the Eagles' success, proving there's more to his coaching style that meets the eye. So what that's saying is he does get on a personal level with his players. And I'm sorry if Schottenheimer does that to you. You have to start somewhere. And this is the way he's doing it. You asked the question, and I answered it for you, Fifth. Yes, Nick Sirianni does personal relationship building with his players. 100%. And it works. And then you look at Schottenheimer's energy. You look at the way the players are responding in the interviews, talking about Schottenheimer, and they like the players. The horse's mouth is saying, I like what Schottenheimer's doing. The people that are in there day in, day out are saying, I like what Schottenheimer's doing. That's coming from the players' mouths.
So first of all, you got to know Corner to know that he know how to take something and manipulate it to what he wanted to be.
I'll show you the article.
I know I'm not down the article. I asked Corner, did Sean McVay or did Nick Sirianni do these? Building a personal relationship doesn't mean dinner, doesn't mean paintball, doesn't mean golf. That could mean anything. That could mean just having a talk with these guys, learning who they are. You said that's building culture about what he's doing right now. That's not the same thing what I asked you. That's not what I asked you. That is not what I asked you at all. I said, did that man do what Schottenheimer did right now? And did that contribute to those guys? First of all, he got players on that first when they went to the Super Bowl that's not even on this team. So not only did he lead one team, he led another team that had a multitude of different players on it to the second Super Bowl. So no, it's not the same. It's not the same. And nobody crowned Nick Sirianni as culture changing before season, because you know why? Because only Dallas puts stuff in the news. Only Dallas does this. Like Sister said earlier, do you hear about Belichick going to do this? No, because it's not football related. The only thing we hear about winning coaches is things that are football related. You show me another channel that shows a coach and his players out playing golf. Show me that. Just show me. Show a guy talking about, man, we went paintball fighting today. Marquise Bell could be on SEAL Team 6. He ain't never stood in front of that camera and said nothing about Marquise Bell playing football. But he damn sure missed his accuracy when it comes to shooting that paintball gun. This is what I'm talking about. These are the things I'm not mad at nobody. I'm just saying we need to slow down when we talk about cultural build. We get so excited because the bar has been set so low that any little thing gets us riled up and we think it's going to equate to wins. Since we got Pickens, y'all have already put us in the double-digit wins, as if other teams we're playing didn't get better also. Yeah, wins up to double digits, like other teams didn't get better too.
Yeah,
it's like what Shannon Sharp say when a guy controls him. A coach, you know that guy on the other side getting paid to play ball too, right? So we sit around and act like George Pickens just has changed everything. We went through this era. Plenty of times with Dak. You can look at that timeline. And we've had some of the best receivers. We've had guys crack 1,000, 2 guys crack 1,000. We've had Dez. We've had Randall Cobb. We've had Amari Cooper. We still got CeeDee Lamb. We had Michael Gallup, who they thought was going to be the next 50-50 Dez type of guy. He's been through it. We have games where Zeke and Pollard have both cracked 100 yards. This is another era of Dak getting good talent and us not being able to capitalize on it because he's not good enough and every coach we had just couldn't get the job done. We've seen this story before. Until he showed me different, my conclusion that it's going to be the same thing. If they come out there and they win 12 games and they go to the playoff, I'm going to be the first one cheering. But I'm telling you now how I feel based off what I've seen. And what I've seen is we've been down this road before. We passed the same gas station. We passed the same little Walmart. Like, man, that look familiar. We done seen it before, man. We done did it before. We know how many miles we can go before we need another pit stop. We done seen it before. And I'm going to stand by that. I don't care about dinner. I don't care about paintball, man. How could you feel like that when we ain't won nothing? How could that excite you? How could that excite you? I'm still on the fence because we got a guy that they never called a play in his life. And I'm supposed to be excited because he's feeding these dudes? Man, I'm not excited. I'm tired of losing. And y'all get excited just because Schottenheimer taking these guys to eat? And
you said he never called a play? You just say he never called a play in his life?
This team, I mean, as a Cowboys coach.
Oh, okay.
On this team. And what does it matter if he called a play somewhere else? If he was that good, he'd have been somewhere else as a coach. The man sat down 2 years, and he was an analyst at first. Last year, he was an OC and didn't call one play. One play. No respect. No respect from Jerry Jones or Mike McCarthy to let the guys call. He sat back and watched. He sat back and watched. I have nothing to be excited for yet. If that man game by game go out there and show me something different, I'll be on here like Schottenheimer proved me wrong. But until then, I've seen this dance before. I've been to this dance before. I can almost tell you the song they're going to play after they play Bump and Grind. Because I've seen it all before. He ain't showing me nothing different that McCarthy ain't showing me in 3, 12, and 5, that Garrett ain't showed me in 12 and 4, and whatever you want. I've seen it before. I've seen Jerry still runs it. Dak's still there. We've had the best offensive line. This ain't the first time we had a dual-threaded receiver. This is not the first time. To make it worse, this time we got an inexperienced head coach. At least with Mike McCarthy, we had a Super Bowl coach. We got an inexperienced coach this time. Why am I excited? I'm not excited. I'm not going to feel how y'all feel and hopes my feeling makes it happen. No, I'm going to feel how I felt based off what I've seen. And I haven't seen nothing to get me excited, especially by a coach, an inexperienced coach, and a quarterback that can't stay healthy. 19, you probably don't know this. Do you know Schottenheimer just said Dak Prescott is still in developmental stage?
I read that. I did.
This man is at the end of his career. This is the head coach Cowboys Corners is excited about. This head coach said Dak Prescott, this man is at the end of his career. Man, go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
Well, hold on. He said something about Brian Schottenheimer and the Dak statement. Now, y'all know me. I'm pretty hard on Dak. What Schottenheimer was talking about Dak there, if you go watch the whole press conference instead of a clip, what Schottenheimer was talking about was the cadence. Because Schottenheimer said that they might change the cadence because his cadence is what? Yeah, here we go. And whenever he says, yeah, here we go, what happens with the ball? It gets snapped. So Dak doesn't change his cadence up. So whenever he was talking about Dak still in development, he was talking about the cadence, not Dak was still in development well, he still needs to be in development of footwork. Absolutely. His footwork is atrocious. But he was talking about the cadence of it. That if you go back and watch the conference, that's what he was talking about.
How in your 10th year you can use the word develop? You can't use that word. See, I can see now you're going to make every excuse for Schottenheimer. I can see right now. The fact that you just tried to dissect and put it to is him. It's his cadence. It's not a part of him. Am I missing something? How can just a cadence be in developmental? What are we talking about? You don't use that with a 10-year veteran. I don't care what you say. Ain't no cadence how in 10 years that is still in development. That's just a bad word to use with a veteran quarterback that makes that type of money. That's a bad word to use.
I guess I can agree with that. It was a bad word to use. I can agree with that.
Like that's where we at. This is where we at. This is where we at. Food, golf, and paintball, and we changing the culture. Not a snap play. We don't even know the 53 yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Snap play, and we already talking about culture change. What culture change? We don't know if they're gonna respect this, man. We don't know that. You feed me out, pretend like I like you too, dog. Yeah, man, you good coach, man. I wish they let you call plays last year. I'll say what you want to say. You feed me. When you get on that field and you can show me something different, if you can get these penalties down, if you can control this organization for real. Michael Parsons walking off the field for the game over, Zeke showing up late. If you can do all this as a head coach, that's culture change.
Yeah.
Culture change. Don't say it starts now with dinner, whoop de whoop. If he doing culture change, we don't see it. Because what they showing ain't got nothing to do with culture. If he doing culture change, we don't see it. Show me football stuff. That's culture. Go ahead, Corner.
Okay, so Nate Dogg's comment, he says, so changing his cadence will make him better. Aaron Rodgers had the same cadence his whole career. But it's how you use that cadence. And anybody that watches football, even 1980 as a defensive player, can tell you that cadence is very important, especially when if it's 3rd and 1, how are you going to draw the defense off sides with your cadence, right? John Gruden, if you watch a lot of his Barstool Top deals, he's a big cadence guy, right? And it's a white 80, green 80, Omaha. There's a lot of cadences that different quarterbacks use, but it's how you use them. One, to get your team set. Number 2, to get the defense to play in your hand. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, yeah, he's had the same cadence his whole career, but it's how he uses that cadence. Because it can really confuse and disrupt the defense. So we have not seen that from Dak in the time that he's been here. It's just been whatever cadence he used before. Yeah, here we go. I don't even think there was one, to be honest with you. It was just ready, set, hut, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I really don't know what his cadence was. But the cadence is a big part of an NFL quarterback in controlling the line of scrimmage. 1980 being a defensive guy, am I right or wrong on that?
Well, it just depends. I don't really fuck around with cadence like that. I think your game speaks for itself. If you're a good quarterback, no matter what your cadence is, it'll show. I get what you're saying. I get what direction you're going in. But I just I don't really buy into the cadence thing too much. I think Dak Prescott used the same cadence that Romo did when he was, I guess, in so-called starting training. I think he was saying, why did he set? But yeah, man. Like I said, once again, it goes back to results. It goes back to results, man. I think that's what we're looking for. That's what we're waiting for. I could care less about cadence. I get it. I understand cadence. It's you hit it. Some things that you said were what made a lot of sense. But it just I just think Dak needs to. He has a lot to prove. Shotty has a lot to prove, a whole lot to prove, and he has a lot to deal with. He's starting from scratch. This is an expansion Cowboys team we're playing with now, and he's got a lot to clean up, a whole lot to clean up, and we're just waiting to see. I think right now, I just think we need to hold our horses and just calm down a little bit. We already know what we're working with, what we're not working with, and we just gonna see, man. That's all. We just gonna see.
I just hate that we be so giddy about small things. Because like I said, the bar is just so low. We get super excited too easy just for a letdown. Schottenheimer, the man never coached he just never done this. If Mike McCarthy would have stayed, he wouldn't even had this position. He'd have been on the sideline still not calling plays. That's my point, man. Every year the Cowboys have a gimmick and the key words. Yeah. Can I get the link? Yeah, you can get the link, brother. I just, like I said, man, I don't do this. I ain't been doing this for this many years because I don't want the team to win. But I'm not gonna get up here and just say crap. I only can talk about what I see. I'm fair. When I called, I got on my channel every week and supported Dak. Every week and supported him when he
man
up here supporting Dak. Even said that he was going to show out in that Green Bay game. I was supporting him every week because he showed me something different, and that's all I ever do. And I can't judge Schottenheimer I can't judge. I don't know what to judge. Appreciate. Thank you, Casey, for it. It's a team building, not cultural change. Yeah. Shout out to Champ. Salute, Champ. Champ, don't be sending me no money. You want culture change? Run the ball. You know, I got Mike McCarthy said he wanted to run the ball, and he didn't.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen.
I got a video right now that said Mike McCarthy lied to us. I got my channel titled that right now. So I don't get up here and just hate people, man. I only talk about what I see. And I'm not
run the ball.
say about Schottenheimer. Only thing Schottenheimer has showed me is golf and food. I have nothing else to talk about. How come you didn't tell me to send you money? Because you low-key paid. Stop playing, man. He's funny. You funny.
Good Lord.
You ought to be happy. I appreciate it. What's up, Alexander? He just ain't showed me nothing. I don't have nothing to be excited about. I want to be excited. And even when we got George Pickens, I said that probably gave us 2 more wins. I'm on my live saying that. That's far as I can go. But even then, I said Dak is still the quarterback. I just don't see it. I don't see much. We've had this rodeo before when it came to Prescott. I put you in, mean mug. Come back. It just don't excite me, you know. I'm just not as like easily moved as other fans. That's the best way. I'm not as easily moved. You know, Corner, I saw you say you're drinking the Schottenheimer Kool-Aid. I don't know what's that about. That makes no sense. That just feels like you forcing it. That's overboard. You don't even have to say that to just say you supporting Schottenheimer. That's just over. What does that even mean?
Well, I'll tell you. I can answer that for you. You were very skeptical of Dan Quinn when he came into the Cowboys in 2021. You were very skeptical. You said, "Oh, he had names. He had personnel over there." And I said, "No, I'm a big fan of Dan Quinn. I'm drinking Dan Quinn's Kool-Aid because I knew what Dan Quinn was capable of doing. What he was able to take a team as a head coach to the Super Bowl. Yes, he lost it in a horrible fashion, but I knew that once you get Dan Quinn on this defense and how they're building things, it was nice, right? And then you add in Micah Parsons to that, then things start steamrolling, and you're like, okay, I can get behind Dan Quinn here. I was a big fan of Dan Quinn from the jump. So with Schottenheimer, it took me up until 2 weeks ago for me to start buying in to Schottenheimer because I had to listen to what he was saying. Now I got to see what Schottenheimer's doing, right? And so when I look at that, of course, and I said at the first of the show, it has to translate to training camp, preseason, regular season. It has to translate. But I'm going to give the gentleman props because what he's trying to do, he has his foot in the door and he's making the most of it right now. Everything that's in his control, he's trying to manage what he can control. And right now, he's managing his team. And when I look at the players responding to that, something has to be working for them. So if it's working for Schottenheimer, it's working for the players. It sounds like that locker room is all on the same page, right? So with Dan Quinn, I was instantly drinking the Kool-Aid even before we drafted Micah Parsons, right? Now with Schottenheimer, it's okay. I'm drinking some Kool-Aid now from you because you're showing me some things that I haven't seen before. So I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here. I'm putting Cowboys corner on the line for you, Schottenheimer. This has to translate.
Go ahead, 80.
I had a question for corner. I don't know if you're reading responses from the players on how they're responding to Shotty. How do you know that they're responding in a positive way? I just wanted to ask a question.
Yeah,
that question.
No, 100%. The player interviews. They can sit there. Body language is a thing, right? It ain't like, oh yeah, he's really building the culture. He's doing this. It ain't like a robot lame duck answer. It's like, yeah, man, he's really doing it. He did this, he did that. And they're laughing. Like their body language, they light up when they talk about it. They're lighting up when they're talking about Schottenheimer. That only spells positive vibes coming from that locker room. And so it's like what he's doing is translating for the way that the players are responding to it. 100%.
Oh,
I just want to bring in JB. How you doing, brother?
What's up, man? What's going on with the panel, everybody?
what's up, dog?
How you doing, man?
See 1980, yeah.
What's going on, man?
You've been an inspiration to me, my bro. You know.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I ain't nobody.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
What's up, dog?
How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
If I could, I wanted to speak on what you was talking about, Fifth, with you know how you seen enough with Dak. I made a video the other day, and it was like I see some of these Cowboy fans, I call them Dak fan Slurpees. And it's like they can critique every position on the team. They can critique the coaches on the team. They can critique them to the point where they can say they're good or bad and get them off the team. But they don't do that about Dak. And I'm like, how can you criticize almost every player? They could criticize the water boy. But they can say, get off the team or we don't need you. I see so many videos they make of that talking about this wide receiver, this running back, what they didn't do, what they can't do, why they shouldn't be rated this high or what have you. So I'm like, that's a little hypocritical to be like that and say, you know, particularly I'm gonna say for myself what they say to me, you ain't a real Cowboy fan because you don't like that. But you don't like other players on the team and you're not a hater or you should trade teams or root for another team. So I'm like, hold on, man, this stuff is it's kind of weird, man, for my team that I've been loving for 40 plus years, bro, to see this type of, you know, mindset of our fans.
That's where we at.
Yeah,
Because it's been so many years, man. That's what it is. And a lot of these fans, salute to everybody on the panel. Salute to everybody. I mean, I'm gonna be real quick. I don't like to hold it. I like to listen to y'all chop it up. So I don't like. But what I want to say was I want to jump on and just say this, man. I've been a Cowboy fan since I was 8 years old, man. I was born in '81. So my main thing is we've been through this before. So as a lot of these fans come through, there are a lot of young fans, people that haven't seen what we've seen, the people that's in our era. That's why I fuck with 1980 and all, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day is I'm okay with this new regime. You get what I'm saying? I'm okay with it because I've been here before. I'm okay with it. We need a whole new rebuild. And the thing about it is, and I just want to say this, I kept saying, I don't know who it was. I was following him, Maxwell Harrington. I said he was gonna be a number one pick, but nobody even talked about him. Nobody. I'm telling you, that's my partner, man. So at the end of the day, is he got drafted number one. The Cowboys are in a rebuild. We just got to be patient, man. And I like what Schottenheimer is doing because we don't know. It's basically like you don't know what you're getting. You don't. So just be patient because we didn't know what we was getting with Quincy Carter. We didn't know, but we was patient. Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Same thing with everything. Man, we don't know what we getting. But one thing I do like about Schottenheimer, he gonna stick to his guns. He's basically changing the whole. I honestly think that Jerry Jones and Jerry and Steven is actually giving him the keys to let him do what he do. Now, will it work? We don't know that. But guess what? As a Cowboy fan, if you're a true Cowboy fan, that's what anybody on this panel, anybody out in the world, if you're a true Cowboy fan, just sit back and be patient. And let's see what it do. Do I like Pickens? I'm still not sure about that, to be honest. I'm really not sure about that. Is he a good receiver? Of course he is. Never gonna take that away from him. But will it mix with Dak and them? Because you gotta think Dak is what? He's 31. He'd be 32. What is he 31 or is he about to be 31?
He's 31. He's 31. He'll be 32 in July.
So Dak, even though Dak is at the end of his prime, because you in your prime, you start your prime at 25, 26. You're in the middle of your prime at 27, 28. When you get to 31, you kind of basically at the back end, but you're really not. You ain't at your back end because Dak got about 2 more years. At 34, that's when everything start hurting. You wake up in the morning and everything start hurting. You be like, damn, what the hell I do last night? And you don't even remember. But anyway, that's another story. But the thing about it is we got to keep Dak upright. He's our quarterback, so accept him. I know everybody don't like Dak. It's a split down the middle. But Dak, I think Dak is and I've been saying this for years. I've been telling my wife this because Dak is a good quarterback. It's like, I don't know why he sweats so much in the playoffs. I never understood that. Why are you sweating so much, bruh?
Somebody
Never
said
understood that.
Good. They said that was a good trait. If you see Dak sweating, he about to do something good.
Yeah, right.
No, he about to do something bad. I mean,
Exactly.
pick after pick. I'm telling you. But no, I just want to say that to y'all, man. Man, just enjoy this rebuild, man. It's a rebuild, man. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it. That's all I want to say. Just enjoy it. I mean, I know it's a lot of fickle fans out there that's not real Cowboy fans. I'm a Cowboy fan till I die. I ain't giving up on my Cowboys. I know we suck, but I'm okay with that because I've been here before. I've been here before. I'm okay with that. So it don't bother me. So anyway, salute to you, Fifth, 1980. Everybody on the panel, man. Salute to y'all, man. I just want to jump on and just get my little 2 cents in. May not mean much, but guess what? Hey, I'm just letting y'all know. Just be patient, man. We've been here before. It's a rebuild.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
All right, salute to y'all, man. Y'all be easy, man.
Yes, sir.
Take care, man.
I'm kind of confused at the be patient. It's a rebuild. We've been here before. None of the befores got us anywhere. Cowboys Corner, I know you was a little giddy getting up out your seat when he was talking. Especially when he so I just want a question before so you're on the Prescott train now?
No. I didn't get up when he was talking about Prescott.
You got up and moved around when he said a lot of stuff. So I'm asking, are you on the Prescott train though?
No, I know who Prescott is. My stance has not changed. I know Prescott can win regular season games. I called Dak Prescott the regular season MVP. All right? It's January that makes me hesitant. The year that you were praising Dak, I said I like Dak from arm's length. From arm's length because I can't trust him. I knew January was coming. My stance now is, how can we help Dak if we get to January football? How can we help Dak to not let him throw 60 times in a playoff game? You see what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it now.
Okay, so that means you flipped from as long as we got Dak, we're losing. You're off that now. Right?
I guess so. I can change my mind. I'm entitled to that. Yeah.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. So you're okay with kicking the can on Dak to sign George Pickens?
To Dak to sign George Pickens?
You're okay with kicking the can in order to free up money to sign George Pickens with Dak?
But can George Pickens play a year before we talk about signing him?
No. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do what?
I just had you and Junkie on my live, and you said you was okay. But I'm just trying to see if you're going to say the same thing you said 2 lives ago when Junkie was here.
2 lives ago, I was on OG's chat.
When I had Junkie, you know what? Don't worry, I'll play it.
Play it.
Here we go.
I don't know how we went from liking Dak to now extending Pickens, but I guess a conversation take you anywhere.
Live. You and Junkie was on my live 10 ways that we could sign Pickens. Remember this.
100%. 100%. You don't think if Jerry wants to sign Pickens, he's going to sign him?
Not what Jerry want to do. It was you saying you were okay with it.
With them extending Pickens, if he plays well, yeah, absolutely.
You said you would be okay with kicking the can with Dak.
Oh, you mean restructuring?
That's kicking the can.
Restructuring his contract.
That's kicking the can.
What you're saying?
Hyperbole. Come on.
Well, shit, the goddamn contract's already extended. What are you going to hurt now?
Okay, so that brings me to my point is about you being a pancake. You flip. So how in what is you say you don't want? You said you don't want to fool with that contract. You want to pay him all this money so we can get him out of here.
That
now
was
Pickens,
before. No,
wait a minute. Now with Pickens, you said you're okay with it. So I'm confused as to how you flip-flop so much.
Well, hold on. Time out. No. Can we? You got to bring up timeline here. I didn't want them restructuring Dak Prescott's contract before free agency. And what did they do? What did the Cowboys do? What I say and what the Cowboys do doesn't mean jack shit as much as you want it to, Fifth. What I say and what the Cowboys do, it doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing. I didn't want the Cowboys to restructure Dak Prescott's contract to go sign free agents. That was me, okay? They did it, and they signed a lot of free agents. That contract is now crippling the Cowboys. So what the hell is another restructure going to do? They already did it once, Fifth. They already did it once. I did not want it this offseason, and they did it anyway. So now it's done. What is restructuring another contract going to do? Nothing. They already financially crippled themselves with that first restructure, period. As much as you don't like that, that's the facts.
We all didn't like. None of us liked it, including you.
Right. And the damage is done.
You literally said you didn't want them to restructure his contract so we can pay him, get him out of here.
That first restructure that they just did was the house fire. The second restructure is them tearing down the house. I mean, that's just what it is. You burn the house, now you got to demolish it. The second contract is now they got to demolish it because they already burnt the house down, restructuring it the first time, and you know that, Fifth.
No, I'm talking about his new contract.
They can only restructure his current contract, and that's what they did.
You stop this flip flopping, man. You got to stop. Like, see, that's the difference between wanting to win and get on here and just saying anything that comes out of your mouth. Like you just went from caring about what really is going on to just saying anything with hopium that is going to happen. When are you going to get back to being realistic on here? You talk about building culture with a guy that never called a game in his life.
Right.
Because he fed these guys, because he fed a bunch of grown men that are already rich. How does that build culture? What are you talking about? Now you're trying to say the restructuring before they sign free agents. Now you're trying to switch that. When all we talked about was no, don't restructure, don't kick the can, give Dak all his money so we can get him out of here. And we went from, hey man, long as we got Dak, we gonna suck. 2 months ago on Junkie Channel, hey dog, what has Dak done that Romo didn't do? I hate to break it to you, Dak has always had enough talent. Now is what we can do for Dak in January. The same thing we done for Dak every other January. Gave him the talent he needed. And what did he do with it? What did he do? Every other time we gave him the talent he needed, what did he do in January? Tell me. So now you're saying this stuff that we got at these other guys about. Now you over there talking like them. Off of hopium. What? So you telling me he ain't had the talent before?
Okay. This is easy. This is simple.
Okay.
When he had the talent before, he won enough games to get into the playoffs. Did he not?
I'm not talking. What did he do in the playoffs? That's what I'm talking about. In January.
Right. So he obviously has a losing playoff record. But your chances, if you don't make the playoffs, are zero. If you do make the playoffs, how can you help Dak? In a sense of where you take the ball out of his hands. So I don't understand what you're trying. I don't understand your point here. Don't we want to get to the playoffs?
I understand it just fine.
Do you want to get to the playoffs?
When he made the playoffs, what did he do?
I won a Super Bowl.
He didn't win a Super Bowl.
When he made the playoffs, what did he do? I got you.
That's culture change.
This is what I'm
don't
saying.
have me. You don't have me.
I ain't finished. I was about to say I got you on my channel saying exactly what I'm saying right now. I got you on my channel going at Junkie, your new bestie, about what Dak didn't do in the playoffs. Now you're saying what you want to do. What can we help when he get? We've helped them. The defense helped them. The offense helped them. You gave him the name Mile High Shoelace. You gave him that name. You said how he stunk it up when our defense stepped up. You said that. Now you acting like that didn't happen. Now you act like he can do something different at 32. Now you saying, how can you help? How can you help him in the playoffs? You ain't finna get no new players when the playoff come. If I'm not mistaken, when CeeDee Lamb broke records, we went to the playoffs. When CeeDee Lamb, when best wide receiver in the league, what did he do with the best wide receiver in the league? Tell me, what did he do? How can you help him? That's how you help him. Get a receiver that almost cracked 2,000. What did he do with that guy? I can't believe I'm having this conversation with you. This is the conversation I know I'm having with other people. How can you help him the same way they've done in the past, giving up first round for him, drafting first rounds for him? How you say, how can we help him? What are you talking about?
You're speaking from emotion. You're not speaking. You're speaking from emotion.
So when you had conversation, you were speaking from emotion when you was talking like this.
I speak how I speak every time. I'm me. All right.
Okay.
So everybody on this panel, do you agree or disagree that getting a running game and an offensive line will help Dak? Who agrees and who disagrees?
Did he not have one already?
I disagree.
He had you disagree that a running game would help Dak?
It'll help him in the regular season.
We've had this. We've had this. Dak.
We had Zeke and Pollard at their best.
It'll help him in spots, but I don't think it'll help him, but it's not going to change the.
If you give me an offensive line and a running back where I don't have to do anything, of course, naturally, it's going to help me. Naturally. It'll help anybody. Mm-hmm. But I think the point that Fitz is trying to make is we've seen this song and we've heard this song and dance before.
Yeah.
He's had weapons before. We've had the best offense before. I think 2014, 2016, anywhere from you can say 2014 to maybe 2017, 18. We probably had one of the best offensive teams, the best offensive line in the NFL, arguably. We've had that. We've not knocked on the door, but our talent was supposed to knock on the door, but they didn't. Dak Prescott is going to be Dak Prescott regardless. We've seen this song, we've heard this song and dance.
This is crazy.
I think once again, there's that word again. See, I don't say culture anymore. I say results. It's results. We're all looking for results, and we haven't gotten that. So how is Shotty with his resume and Dak and his resume, and along with others on this team and their resumes and the coaching staff or on the field, how are they supposed to get us over that hump? That's what we're all waiting for. I know it's going to take time. We got we're in the I think season still. We're in a developmental process, rebuilding process. We're an expansion team. We're starting from scratch. I think we need to pump our brakes and let it happen naturally. Just happen naturally. And I don't think I just don't see Dak Prescott being, and I'm not saying you're saying this, I'm just saying period, being older, being injury prone. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I just don't.
No, and trust me, y'all preaching to the choir, right? Y'all preaching to the choir. Whenever I said, what will do this? What will help Dak? Just 48 hours ago, 72 hours ago, Uncensored said a running game, an offensive line, and a defense that can stop the run. That's what we need. So how can we get that for Dak? Everybody could acknowledge this. Uncensored said it 72 hours ago.
So we had a better
Elaborate on
team.
it?
We had a better team with better talent, with all those things you just said back in those years I just named. So starting from scratch with a couple of weapons, maybe here and there, just a couple. I can count on one hand how many good players are on the offensive side of the ball. How is that supposed to? You get what I'm saying? You get where I'm going?
Oh, I do, and that's why my question is the way it is.
Okay.
How, if we get to January, how can we help Dak in a sense where we take the ball out of his hands and we get to push forward and finally see an NFC championship game? How does that happen?
That's not going to work. That's not going to work. I'm sorry, because it's coming back to the quarterback in those times in the playoff. Those are the most critical times, and that's for the most important player at the position, the most critical position on the team.
Yeah.
He has to pull it through. And time again, he's the one that's been hurting us from winning.
Oh, I know.
In those critical moments. So this is just a replay. This is a replay with Mike McCarthy being new and this Texas Coast offense and all. It's just a recycling. Then I'm gonna say this: when Cooks, I seen an interview with Cooks before he left the team or what have you. He was saying that the Cowboys didn't even use him right. So I'm saying, and then he also said that he believed in Shotty because he was going to bring some of Mike McCarthy stuff with him and mix some of his stuff on it. So, but why would shouldn't we be done with Mike McCarthy with everything he brought to the table? So to me, that's just recycling that old offense with Mike McCarthy, Jason Garrett, all that same shit, just for it to be easy for that. So with the Schottenheimer thing, I'm kind of iffy on this guy, because if he's going to mix what Mike McCarthy did and try to just do you. Do Schottenheimer. Don't mix nothing. This should be totally brand new. And this quarterback should have the intelligence to be able to adapt to what Schottenheimer is trying to change. That's changing culture. That's putting Dak and hold him accountable. If he play like shit, bench his ass. That's changing culture. You want to talk about results? You think that won't get that team, all those players on that team looking like, God damn, they benched Dak? Oh, shit.
They're not going to bench that.
That changes culture.
Yeah.
That's talking about being dominant as the head coach mentality. Like, if I see, you think Dak will be playing like this with Jimmy Johnson? He benched him or got him off the team. No, bro.
On the team.
No. It don't matter what we give this guy. It just doesn't matter because it's him. It got to do with his mentality when the pressure is on. He said pressure is privilege. How has he performed under pressure since he said that? He's failed every time under pressure. And he the one said it. We fucking suck. How is you as a leader, you sitting on the bench talking about we fucking suck, but now you want to come back and say everything good? We got Shotty. We about to do this. We got Pickens. No, man.
Yeah, no.
I don't believe in this guy. I don't give a fuck what we give him, bro. That's just my stance.
Eshan, you been quiet. What's up, brother?
No, I'm cool, man. I'm just listening. Nothing. I'm straight.
What's your take on the whole Dak thing and him needing help in the playoffs?
Look, I get what Corner is saying in a respect that there's only, he's talking about it. I think at least if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But what I got from it was that he was saying there's only so much there's only one style of offense that you can really run for Dak to help him. So I don't disagree that the running game is obviously going to help Dak. I mean, but we've been saying that since his rookie season, but I just think there's nothing you can really do with Dak at this point. He is what he is. And I'm just past trying to help this guy. I just want to see him perform on the field. He's a 10-year veteran being paid 60 M's a year, and they're trying to do everything in their power to make his life easy.
Yeah, that's true. That's crazy.
And that blows my fucking mind, man.
That's crazy.
It's just, I get the idea of of wanting to you don't hear coaches saying a developmental phase for a 10-year quarterback. You just don't. I've never heard any coach say that about a 10-year veteran this late into his career. I just haven't.
No.
And so regardless of whether you're talking about, pre-snap reads or development in any other thing, at the end of the day, he should know how to play the quarterback position right now.
Yeah, 10 years to do it.
10 years you've had the chance to do it. So I'm just look. I mean, I get the concept of, okay, hey, you want a running game to help Dak out, sure, and I agree with that in concept, but he is just. I just don't see us getting it done with him. That's just kind of where I am with it. And I mean, we're all preaching to the choir on this. I think on this thing, it's just, man, we're that guy, that contract, man, has hampered us fucking big time.
Yes, yeah, that's a big blow, man. When they gave him that money, man, I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah, bro. It's just
You've been quiet.
I mean, just real quick. I mean, we could say what we want about the running game, this thing, that thing, whatever. I just think, I mean, as long as we have number 4, we're fucked. And I just don't think that the culture is going to change anytime soon. I don't have any beef with what Schottenheimer is doing in terms of ingratiating yourself with your players. I don't have a problem with that. That's great. I just don't see that changing the culture, because he can only my entire point with Schottenheimer is that he can only do so much underneath Jerry Jones' regime. If I just don't see his tenure, or however long it may be, being any different than McCarthy, than Garrett, than Wade Phillips. I just don't see it being any different. Prove me wrong. I would, to quote my man 1980, prove me wrong. I will love it. And I'll be if we go 12-5, if we make a championship this year, I will be just as happy as everybody on here. I have no dog and bone in the fight. I would love for us to win, but based off of everything that's happened, I don't buy a culture change. And if it ends up manifesting on the field, fantastic. But as of right now, I just don't see there being a culture change or anything leading to a culture change, I should rather say. So, but yeah, man, that's just kind of where my thoughts are on the whole thing. That's it, man. That's it, really.
Okay, understand. So, what's up, man?
I'm just taking it all in.
What's your thoughts on, just Schottenheimer building the culture and giving Dak what he need in January for playoff run?
What type of culture do we want in Dallas? Is it going to be the fun time Cowboys where all the players are happy and there's no pressure, and doesn't matter if you win or lose, you go home and enjoy your turkey, or if you lose the playoff game, it's not the worst thing in the world. You have a pretty good life. That's what Romo said. Dak Prescott has come out after a loss and no big deal. Jerry Jones said, hey, look, we lost the game. Go home and enjoy your family and your turkey.
Yep.
Marcus Lawrence, go home, enjoy your turkey. Don't worry about it. We'll play another game soon.
That's what he said.
That's the culture. They don't care about winning. They don't.
No.
And when you have multiple teams, that happened under different coaches. That happened under but what was the one that remained the same? The owner. That's the culture in Dallas. Soap opera, 365 days a year. That's from the owner. It's bigger than winning football games. It's from the owner. That's the culture in Dallas.
Who's depending on
what did Jerry Jones say when the players complained about the tours at the Stars? He said, I don't care what they say. The tours ain't stopping. That's the culture. It's a show. It's a production. Entertainment first, football second. It's not going to change. It doesn't matter who the head coach is. He drove Bill Belichick out of here. Bill Parcells out of here. Because he wanted the player, and he didn't want him. Until Jerry Jones changes, the culture is the same.
Right.
And as far as Dak Prescott goes, 2021, 12-5, Dak needs more help. 2022, 12-5, Dak needs more help. 2023, 12-5, Dak needs more help. At what point in time can you look at Dak and say maybe the players need more help at quarterback?
Yeah.
Yep. Facts.
Yeah.
They gotta shift. They gotta shift this team away from. And
Too
there's a
late for that.
misconception. There's a misconception that the Cowboys were built around the quarterback in the '90s. It wasn't. It was built around Emmett and the defense. And Troy was the quarterback and the leader that they needed. But that team did not flow through Troy's arms. It flowed through Emmett's legs. And for some reason, with Romo and Dak, they built this team around the quarterback. And if your quarterback have a bad day, because he is the foundation of the entire game plan, when he is off, everything is off. When Romo came out there in that Green Bay game and started throwing picks and he was off on those passes, it affected every position on the field because the team is built around him first. I've never heard Rodgers friendly or Peyton friendly or Mahomes friendly or Brady friendly offenses. Only Romo friendly and Dak friendly.
Yep.
You got to get away from the quarterback being the center of the universe for Dallas, and then you'll be able to build this team to have one player have a bad day and you can still compete. Until they change that, it doesn't matter whether they play hopscotch, jump rope, high five, jacks, connect four, or whatever you want to, whatever game you want to play. They used to play foosball in the locker room all last year. Remember Michael Parsons putting out the videos? But that don't equate to winning football games. You only hear this stuff about teams that's losing. Winning organizations, you don't hear about this stuff. Bill Belichick didn't care about no damn golf or nothing like that. Yo, come in here the Patriot way. Keep your head low when you're not in the facility. When you step in the facility, do your job. Go home. I don't want to hear about you in the news because I'll bitch your ass. You got a problem with the way we're doing it? We ship you out. Bill Belichick got rid of top-level talent for nothing so that they can win Super Bowls. Because you can't let a bad apple sit in the basket and corrupt and rot the rest of the group. It won't. It's not going to change because the biggest, most rotten apple is the tree. Jerry Jones is the tree.
Right.
And you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna win anything else until he changes. It's not gonna happen. I mean, they paid the man $50 million to do a Netflix special.
Yeah. I think see, here's the thing. We've had these debates, and like I said, it's not. Corner just okay. So last time Corner was on my show, he said, if I think that way, I don't want to win in January. Tonight, he said I'm acting off emotions. So, and these are the things other people say, right? When as a true Cowboy fan, when you look at your quarterback's tenure, right? You can literally go through any coach or any player, and every single one between that tenure is gone. Name any coach, name any player. They're not here anymore. He's the common denominator. That I mean, you can go from probably the water board. They're all gone. Everybody's gone. This guy's still here, and he's still a big contributing factor to why we lose because he can't do it when the lights are bright. So that's why, and I don't even have to explain this to him because he was this way. That's why I am the way I am because that guy right there will never lead us to the promised land of a Super Bowl. Cowboy Nation is so bad that we just be excited for the playoffs. They don't allow you to just skip to the Super Bowl. They said, well, you got to get to the playoffs first. Well, obviously that goes hand in hand. So if I'm talking about the Super Bowl, obviously you got to get to the playoffs.
Oh my God!
You see how you see his reaction? They don't like that type of talk because they talk about baby steps because that's how bad this team is, and they so scared that the word Super Bowl just terrifies them. And it was like, well, you got to win playoff games first. You win one this year, maybe you win another one next year. That's the same. And see, he's been poisoned. He's been poisoned because he talked just like Chunky talked. Oh, man, we got to get to the playoff before we get to the Super Bowl. We've gotten there. We've gotten there.
Oh, Junkie.
Chunky said on my channel and said Dak retired Tom Brady.
Man, please.
Yep.
He said on my channel that Dak retired Brady. That's how they talk when it comes to this guy. So obviously, if I'm talking about winning a Super Bowl, I'm obviously talking about playoff games because they go hand in hand. If I say I got my girl pregnant, obviously we did the nasty. We clearly did the nasty if I got her pregnant. So when I say playoff, you gotta win playoff game for a Super Bowl. Come on, man. That's all in together. But we lose so much and we're so scared that we just want to talk about, oh, can we at least get to the playoffs? How we gonna help Dak? You tell me how we're gonna help Dak. You tell me.
Ask his ass. Ask Dak.
Right.
Ask Dak.
Meanwhile, my dog, he been following me for a long time, bro. But for you to say, man, I'm happy what Schottenheimer's doing, man. What is he doing? He's feeding and playing golf. What is he doing?
We don't know yet.
But this is where we're at. This is what Cowboy Nation do. We lose so much that they don't even understand the mediocrity that Jerry has instilled in us to accept. You lose so much that the smallest little thing that looks slightly different makes you feel good. You ever had a girlfriend and you know she over you, she don't really say much to you in the house, and she finally say something, you just get super happy. I mean, and she been. That's how it is with Cowboy. We lose so much that any little things excite this organization. And to go back to your point about Dan Quinn, yeah, you was right about Dan Quinn, but you can't compare that to my feeling about Schottenheimer. Dan Quinn had already accomplished something in Seattle. He accomplished something in Atlanta. So you can't compare my thoughts, how I felt about Dan Quinn to Schottenheimer. Schottenheimer didn't never put a sun visor on his head to win a Super Bowl with Dak. You know how stupid that is to say? You say you're going to win a Super Bowl with Dak, so now you're saying he's still in developmental? What? So you can't, yeah, I was wrong about Dan Quinn. I admitted that on my channel. I said he turned his defense around eventually. I did. It's on video. I changed my mind about Dan Quinn. It's literally on video.
We were live, I remember.
Literally. He know that. He brushed over his wrongs. But anyways, so you can't compare what I said about Schottenheimer, who's done nothing. Like you said, when we got Tavon Austin over Ryan Switzer, who's done nothing in the league. Why do we trade him? He's done nothing. That's how I feel about Schottenheimer. He's done nothing. Nothing. So your point about Dan Quinn, who was already winning at the highest level, who lost to the GOAT in Tom Brady, yeah, I changed my mind about him because he showed me something different. And when he left, it showed. He turned his defense around. But your new guy who you just said you was excited about, and you said on G Hampton Show you're excited about this linebacker core, Eberflus, who was #1 in touchdowns allowed last year, for real, you just utter stuff. How you excited about a defensive coach who was a #1 in touchdowns allowed? What's exciting about that? 27 ranked. Please tell me what's exciting about that. You just get excited when we get new people. You one of those people. You get excited just because it's a new name. Eberflus ain't did nothing. He was that good, he'd have still been in Chicago. Yes, he would have. He was that good, he'd have still been a head coach. He would have never left Indianapolis. But you know what? When the good players go and you don't got to work as hard, your true talent show. And that's what happened to him. That's what's happened to him. That's exactly what happened to him. So you excited for nothing. You be over giddy just about new names. You excited about Schottenheimer and Eberflus. A guy that never called nothing, and a guy that got fired on Thanksgiving. You need to slow down. In 1980 words, pump your brakes. Slow down. You get too happy about nothing. We ain't seen nothing from Eberflus in this defense. Nothing. We ain't played it down yet. You just, this linebacker core about to be fired. I saw you on G Hemp there talking all that crazy stuff. It was so ridiculous. Let me bring OG in here, man.
Oh, yeah,
oh, good Lord.
I got something to say.
Yeah, you slanted. I'm pulling all the arrows out of my back. You're not gonna let me speak after all them arrows you shot in my back. Somebody speak. Cowboys Corner's about to speak. Look. If this works, I look like a genius. If this doesn't work,
man,
I will never, ever have you guys let it up. Remember 2025 season? Cowboys Corner this, Cowboys Corner that. I can go off of what I'm seeing now from Schottenheimer. And when I brought up Dan Quinn, I brought up my perspective from Dan Quinn. You just told on yourselves with all this. I admitted Dan Quinn. I never said you were wrong or right about Dan Quinn. I brought up Dan Quinn about the example of Schottenheimer to Dan Quinn, and wow, I viewed it. See, that's why you got a little emotional. You thought I was talking about you, and that's okay. I wasn't talking about you.
You brought me up.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You said Fifth, you weren't on the Dan Quinn, and yes, you did.
No, I don't remember that.
You did. You did.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, you did.
Golly, that is funny.
Did I? I said that.
Yes, you brought me up.
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
You
I don't
did,
remember.
Corner.
Okay,
Thank
my
you,
bad.
y'all.
My bad.
Don't
All right.
forget the bad stuff.
My bad. So anyway, back at the task at hand. It's not about.
Oh no.
How could I say this? Okay, Eberflus. You brought up Eber. You said a lot of stuff. I was pulling arrows out of my back, but I can't cover all of what you said. I need to do a talking crazy tomorrow, so I can get the damn floor and do 10-minute rants. Anyway, Eberflus. He ain't just a guy. He was a linebackers coach for the Cowboys in 2017 under Rod Marinelli. Sure, we can look at the error on the painting that's this big. But there's a whole painting here with Matt Eberflus.
Okay, yeah.
We keep talking about him as a head coach in Chicago. He took over that defense late before he got fired. I think he was running that defense like 3 weeks before he got fired. And I read somewhere that and I don't know this, I shouldn't even say it, but I'm going to say it, that the defense kind of got better statistically. Maybe it was just a bolt of energy because their defensive coordinator got fired. Matt Eberflus took it over, whatever. But the bigger picture of this is when he was a successful defensive coordinator, he was with the Colts. He was so successful, it got him promoted to a head coach spot. And so sometimes as a head coach, you're not very good, and that's okay. You cannot be a good head coach, but be a really good defensive coordinator. Sometimes it just takes a hiring and a firing to realize that. I.e., Dan Quinn took a rookie quarterback to an NFC championship game, right? And he wasn't that good of a head coach at Atlanta.
Yes, he was.
And do you think going to the Super Bowl with 28-3 league?
One game, he was a good head coach in Atlanta. Yes, he was.
He was pretty good.
He was good.
He was a good players coach. He was good players coach.
He did something we didn't do.
Back with Eberflus.
Right.
We just can, when we talk about Eberflus, sure, we could talk about Chicago, but you can't leave out the success that he had with the Colts. You can't do that. You can't do that. And when you look at this roster and you look at Eberflus, I think projection is okay. You can project. You know, I think as you say, I think season 1980. I think when you look at the projection of this team, what Matt Eberflus does, and with these pieces that are on this defense, I think Matt Eberflus can have a really good defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. That's what I think. You think what you want to think. I think what I'm going to think. When February 2026 gets here, one of us is going to have a big bird in front of us called crow ass, and we're going to be eating some crow ass.
It's normally you.
And that's fine.
It's normally you.
And that's okay.
By the way, in Indy, let's not forget the players that was over there playing.
Oh, but see, you said the same thing about Dan Quinn. You're going to go down that rabbit hole again.
And I admitted that I was wrong about Dan Quinn on my channel.
So don't you want to pump your brakes before you make that narrative
No, because
again?
he was under Marinelli, and when under Marinelli, we were ranked 16th. So why did you use it as a point? We were ranked 16th. There's no flex being on the Marinelli. We sucked.
So go ahead and just make the narrative again. And then in 2026, you'll say, "Oh, I was wrong about Eberflus." It's okay. Go ahead, make that narrative. Go ahead.
I only go off what has already happened. That's all I do. If you went off what happened, you wouldn't be saying this. You would say, off his record, off his past, and which in thanks to Nate Dogg in Indy, his best ranking was 8.
Top 10.
Yo, you
top 10 ain't good all of a sudden.
You have this hopium run. We was top 6 with Dak and didn't win nothing. Dak couldn't But let you tell him what we're gonna do for Dak.
No, it ain't what we could do for Dak. It's how can we get Dak to succeed in January.
What does that mean? Tell me what that means. What does that mean?
We know what's Dak playoff record.
No, tell me what that means.
No, I'm building it up.
We know what it is.
Dak Prescott's 2-5, right? Everybody agrees 2-5. So obviously, something that we're doing is not translating to wins in the playoffs.
It's him,
quarterback.
Right, it's him. Right. So how can we make him less of an impact and put something around him because he's here whether you like it or not?
Take him off the team. That's the only way he's gonna be
Cowboys junkie.
That's not realistic. That's not realistic.
Cowboys
not realistic.
Did you just say what can we put around him? Do you not remember 3 months ago on Junkie Channel when that other guy said that to you and you said Dak has had everything he needed and didn't succeed? Do you not remember saying that? Now you're saying what can we put around him?
Right. No. Look, listen.
I get what he's saying.
Quit overreacting.
I'm not overreacting.
What pieces can we put on this offense? Or do we have the pieces on this offense now? If we get to January, how can we win in January? We all want to win, do we not? So this is a new real question. That you're not going to get one. Sorry, you have to work with what you got. But how do you know that? How can you get that? If you're getting the same result, then it's insanity, right? So how can you change it up for Dak to get him to get us to the promised land? No one can answer it. Everyone's just going to be quiet.
We've done everything.
Obviously, we haven't because we haven't got there yet.
Hey,
what?
No. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Corner. If you are the quarterback of the Cowboys right now, if Corner is the quarterback of the Cowboys right now, does Corner have the capability of taking the Cowboys to a Super Bowl? No. Therefore, he has a ceiling of how far he can go. Dak Prescott has hit his ceiling.
I can get us to the promised land, baby. I can get us.
So what we have to do is everybody has looked at this and said Dak Prescott is capable of winning the Super Bowl. His ceiling is not Super Bowl quarterback. We've seen it for 10 years. That at some point in time, you got to say you squeezed every drop of juice out the lemon. There's nothing more you can get out of Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is 17 games. That is what you're going to get. When you get to the 18th, you're dealing with slush. There's no more juice there. People keep saying, what can you do to get Dak Prescott over the hump? Dak Prescott is the hump. The team is trying to get over him. Mm-hmm. He's in the way.
That might be true. I mean, don't get me wrong. But look, I'm looking at it from the other lens, though. Right. It's okay to go in la-la land with this because it's the offseason. How can we do it?
You need a new quarterback.
But you're not going to get one, so how can you do it?
I put in the chat earlier, Tom Brady can unretire, and he can go on any of the 32 teams in the league, and they're going to get into the playoffs because he is the help. That's the difference.
He's the get over.
Tom Brady will come in and be the help because his ceiling is higher. Dak Prescott has a limit. You know who needs help? Tyler Smith. You know who needs help? CeeDee Lamb. You know who needs help? Micah Parsons. You know who needs help? Osa Digizua, yo boy. You know who else needs help? Overshawn. They all need help at the quarterback position.
Uncensored, did you just flip flop?
That's how you fix this team.
Because 3 days ago you said a
using
running game.
somebody's words, I think I forget his name, but as long as we got Dak Prescott, that's as long as we're gonna suck. I forget who said it. I got a little bit of amnesia.
100%.
Did you just flip flop? Because 72 hours ago you said a running game, an offensive line, and a defense that can stop the run could help Dak. Now you're changing it up. Did you flip flop?
Because my goal is to get the ball out of Dak Prescott's hands.
Thank you. Yay!
So get me a quarterback. So get me a quarterback that when I do need to throw the ball, it's not Dak Prescott's hands. I don't want Dak Prescott to throw one pass in a playoff game. Not one pass.
I can agree with that.
Eshawn, can you look up for me how many passes Dak Prescott threw before he threw an interception against Green Bay?
What, like 15?
Something like
that off the top of my head.
About 10 or under.
Well, he threw it in the first quarter, so it had to be 5 or 6 passes. It couldn't have been that many.
It wasn't that many. I think
I don't even know.
It was the second drive. I think
they went 3 and out the first one.
Yeah, I think it was like 3-4 passes.
It'll be.
I don't want Dak Prescott to throw one pass. You can sub him out. You can sub him out after January.
So a running game will help Dak in January. Is that what you're saying?
But he still has to pass the ball at least sometimes, and he's going to cost your team.
A running game back in the season.
He's going to cost your team. If he throws the ball 5 to 10 times in a playoff game, he's going to give up 1 pick. That's history for him.
Is there a stat? I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I probably watched one series in the Super Bowl. Is there a stat? How many play action passes Jalen Hurts did? Is there something that can
you need OG? He specializes in play action Mississippi.
Somebody in the comments section, let me know how many plays were play action plays in that Super Bowl for Jalen Hurts.
I'm sure.
Why does that? Where you going?
No, they took the run away, so I don't know if play action was too effective since they took the run away.
I know you ain't trying to make a point for Dak Prescott legs.
No, not at all.
Dak Prescott's one of the highest rated play action passes.
You better not.
So where I'm going with this emotional fifth is whenever
I got him on my channel screaming how bad Dak is, but now I'm emotional because I'm doing it.
So
I'm gonna make a compilation of this dude tomorrow. I swear to God.
I gotta get all the error, and I'll make one too. Don't worry.
Please.
Well, the point I'm making with this is okay. If Dak has to throw the ball, will play action setup, right? Faking the run, passing the ball, will that help him? And the reason why I brought Jalen Hurts up with Saquon in that Super Bowl is because how many times did Jalen Hurts do that? If he didn't do it a lot and Jalen Hurts made the plays out of shotgun or something, cool. But I really want to know that.
Well, I think it helps if you got the best running back in football too, and they're afraid of. We don't have the best running back in football, nearly the best quarterback in football. So things work with the talent you have.
You know
the
what?
sad part is we had a chance to get him, but Jerry didn't even pick up the phone and call
him. That's a comment for you, Eshan.
Yeah, you know what? I'm at the point with these fucking motherfuckers that whenever people say shit like this, I'm just constant. You know what? You're right. I do hate Dak. He can kiss my ass for all I give a fuck. 2 and 5. I'm past debating this shit, man. We're all Cowboy fans on here, are we not? Man, please.
You can't. And look, you can't hate somebody you don't know.
Exactly. And what's not the truth? What is not?
We don't know Dak. I'm still not a Dacker, but I'm looking at it as the lens is. I know he's the regular season MVP. Dak can put up all the numbers in the world in the regular season, but January is his speed bump. How can we get past that speed bump?
Believing that Dak.
No, I know Dak. I know him. I know he's a magician.
So here's my thing.
What is this guy?
Not corner. 80 back in the day, years ago, probably for a lot of these people was following me. We couldn't get 80 didn't like going live.
Yeah.
That's true. He didn't.
He didn't like it. 80 was probably few of the Dak supporters on YouTube.
This guy's driving me nuts.
What I like about 80 was he said you got to give a quarterback like that typically 3 years. You know what 80 did after them 3 years? He said, "I'm done."
Hey.
That's somebody that's gonna keep it real. After 3 years, he said, "Oh, that's it." When 80 hopped off the train, he had saw enough.
Yeah.
80 and Corner used to go edit about that.
I remember.
But see, Corner want to be media now, so I don't know what he got going on.
What? Any of that says media? None of that says media.
The man does like 5 shows a week.
Yeah.
Busy man.
Busy schedule.
It's like Stephen A. Smith, NBA Tonight, Sports Center, First Take.
See, and me and 80 was our Dak thing has been the same.
Now he's on a tour promoting how he's excited about Shotty because he fed these grown men. Has nothing to do with football.
It has something to do with it.
It has nothing to do with football.
It doesn't.
The players are responding well to it, are they not?
There's like 2 interviews of people saying they like Shotty. They said they. They said they like
OTAs? You talking about
they said
OTAs?
they like Derek. They said they like McCarthy. What they supposed to get up there and say they hate him?
Dude,
they will never say that while they
you should
are
know
actively
this.
employed.
You're an entrepreneur, uncensored.
Yes.
You should know. Fifth quarter, you were an entrepreneur.
I'm trying to get back to it too. Yeah.
1980 entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Eshawn, around a lot of people in movie production. I don't know what OG does over here with the Roy Williams and the Quincy Carter jersey. I don't know what he does. But we know that there's chemistry building. Chemistry building leads to culture building. It ties hand in hand. And if you're a business owner, if you've done anything in management, if you've done anything in player development, or not player development, in business development and training individuals, you should know that this is the foundation on how you started.
Okay.
Let me take this.
I also want to know.
Okay, so let's go back to when I was doing it. Okay, 2016 to 2019, I had 3 semis. I had a contract with Tyson Food.
I remember that.
Yeah, my drivers were cool. When I met them, I didn't care. Can you work? What's your work history? Cool. When they performed, I did driver appreciation by giving them a day off and taking them out to eat. After they performed, after them driving, showing me they were consistent, showing me that they weren't always calling, "Oh, boss, I can't do that load today." Woo doo woo. But to show me that they were willing to drive and make the company money, pay the truck. You know what I also did? Hey man, I tell y'all what, work for me 3 years. After 3 years, I'll sign this truck over to you because you off with your work. I'll sign it over to you. I did that, but they had to show me that they were ready to perform and work first. And when they did that, I took driver appreciation. Hey, y'all don't worry about them loads today. Meet me at Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm feeding y'all today. I did that. After they showed me that they could work and do the job. But when I met them, I didn't care about that. I want to know their MVR, how many jobs they had, what they DAG, what their PSP looked like. Did they have any accidents? I wanted to know, could they perform how they needed to for me by checking their record? That's what I wanted to know. I didn't care about personal. I cared about business. I cared about what they CDL showed. That's all I cared about. And after they showed me they can perform, I treated them bonuses, safety bonuses, and all that. But before then, I didn't care.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, hold on. You wanted to know their background. You wanted to get to know them, right?
No,
before
I didn't.
You awarded
I
them.
didn't. That's personal. I want to know what they CDL said when I ran the PSP.
Qualifications.
I want to know I want to know their qualification at that position as a driver. Not their personal life, not what they did at home. The steering wheel holder, what did they do previous? That's what I wanted to know. Nothing else. I didn't care. I didn't care about their home life.
I think that ties into a little bit of what Schottenheimer's doing.
No, it don't.
Two things.
No, it don't.
Yeah, it does.
Two things.
Yeah,
I have never heard of an employee being hired and then given a party or a corporate event before they even checked in for work the first time. And two, if you can have all the team building exercises you want, if you don't train correctly, none of those team building exercises matter when it comes to the work.
Hey,
It is about production first, and then rewards and adulation second.
hey,
That is how
everybody grown on here, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out who this jabroni is in the comment section.
No,
Talking about
no,
move
no,
on.
I'm ignoring them.
I'm probably old enough to be his daddy.
The bad part is you can switch a channel at any point in time. Like,
Yeah,
Like,
man. You have to watch us. You have to watch us.
My bad, uncensored. I didn't mean to cut. I just caught that comment.
I was done.
And
Hey, can I say something about? Oh, go ahead. You can.
yeah. No, we're okay. So corner, yeah. Look, again. So let me use it in context for what I do, just because it's the one thing I'm familiar with, and I'm a producer, right? I make movies, but here's the thing. Yeah, I absolutely when I'm hiring someone to be on a part of my movie, I absolutely go and meet them. I absolutely, whether it's to a coffee or whatever the case may be, I absolutely meet them. So I'm not saying that that's necessarily wrong on Schottenheimer's part. What I'm saying, but here's the difference: I'm the boss on my movie, meaning I am the top. Everything comes from me. So the culture starts with me. If I say, for example, if I hire a director for the sake of discussion, and I show up late to my set, I'm fucking around on my movie set. It doesn't matter what the director tries to do, what he tries to do on my movie. He can do nothing because I'm not doing my job first. I'm not instilling the proper culture on a set. Therefore, prices will go up. Therefore, so different kinds of things will happen. So I bring that up in a standpoint of saying, if we're applying that to the Cowboys, Schottenheimer is not the top guy of the ring of the ladder. To the players, yeah, but Jerry is the top ring of the Cowboys. He's the guy who dictates everything. It starts with him and it goes down. So no matter what Schottenheimer does or tries to do, take it to a dinner, play top golf, paintball, whatever the case may be, there's only so much he can do.
Jesus Christ, shut the.
And there's only so much he can do, and there's only so much that he's I don't know. I don't want to say permitted. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean. It's like with Jerry Jones, he runs the Cowboys a very specific kind of way. It's a show here, and we all know this. So that when we're talking culture, that's one thing I don't believe that Schottenheimer's creating a culture, because he can't create that culture. It's Jerry who has to create it, not him.
Yeah.
At least that's what I'm talking about.
So go ahead, OG, in the corner there. I know you wanted to talk before Eshaun talked. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, just kind of coming off of what Eshaun was saying about the culture with Schottenheimer. I know in the past our starters didn't play in preseason, and I'm looking at Schottenheimer like we haven't seen in game clock management, making adjustments. We haven't seen those things with Brian Schottenheimer. So should he be with these our new players and these veterans playing preseason games so he could collab and learn how to do in-game adjustments, shit like that? Because if we just starting off and they just coming in the first game of the season and they haven't even got together with this new offense, all these different coordinators on offense and coordinators on defense, how is that going to gel in the first 3-4 games of the season? So I'm looking at like, if he's this coach that's going to change the culture, you change the culture by getting these veterans and these guys playing the preseason games. Get that rhythm going. See what the play calling, what Schottenheimer can do. He didn't call plays when he was offensive coordinator here, did he?
No.
Okay, so he need come on, man.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's the whole point. And that's the whole point. So he didn't call plays. So how much interaction did he have with his players? His now players. If he didn't have players when he was the sitting offensive coordinator learning under Mike McCarthy, right? So now that he has this head coach position, do the players know Brian Schottenheimer? Does Brian Schottenheimer know his players? So whenever he's going on these dinners and doing these golf trips, I'm okay with it, because I'm sure they're not just lollygagging, playing tic-tac-toe, waiting for the waitress to get their drink order. that'd be a waste of time on
How does
Schottenheimer's
that
part, right?
translate to him being the end game?
Well, hold on. I'm almost there. I promise, OG. So at the end of the day, they're not sitting there playing tic-tac-toe waiting for the waitress to order their drinks. I'm sure they're going, okay, this is what I expect. This is what do you expect from me? This is what I expect from you. Yada 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 yada.
Yo, y'all dude off my channel, bro. Delete this dude, bro. Go ahead, Corner.
And that's why this matters to me, is because he was a sitting offensive coordinator. He didn't do much. Maybe he helped with game planning and stuff. And I bet he didn't even interact with the defense side of the ball. If you notice, he's going on dinners with Micah Parsons, Donovan Ezeraku. He's interacting with his defense a little more because he don't know these guys. That helps when the meeting rooms. That helps set expectations. That helps set, this is what I need from you. This is what you need from me. That's why I'm okay with this. Now, maybe that's not happening. Maybe they are playing tic-tac-toe waiting for the waitress to get their drink order. But I think it ain't just a dinner. It's what's happening at the dinner for me. And I'm just projecting. I don't know what's happening at the dinner. But I'm sure if he's wasting his time and money, it has to be something football related. It just has to be. And there's some personal things. How many kids you got? What's the kids' names? Et cetera, et cetera.
I just don't think he's making the culture, man. That's just what.
What's the purpose of my moderators? Y'all ain't gonna get these dudes out of here, man.
They can't.
I'm gonna get his ass. I'm on the panel. Otherwise, they'd be sniped.
Yeah, Fifth. They're not on our because they can't see them. Because on your channel, even I can't see them. I think it's on.
Are they on my channel?
I think he's on mine. I got him out. If he was on mine, I got him out of there.
Whoever is streaming.
Yeah, I don't see the comments either.
It's not on Fifth's channel. I know that.
I'll get him out of here, little punk.
That's what I was laughing at.
Yeah, exactly. I was laughing at the same time. I could give less than.
Hey, don't get that dude the satisfaction, man. Just ignore it.
Exactly.
I don't even see him in the comment section.
No, yeah, he said that I'm a scam artist because I'm an Indian.
Wow.
He said that?
Yeah, man.
Super racist.
Wow.
Racist motherfucker, man. Because I should be in IT, right? Yeah. Kiss my ass, fucking.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. It's okay. I don't really care. It's just I laugh at it.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to see and hear that, Eshawn.
Man, I've heard a lot worse, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
You should see some of the people I'm around sometimes. It's all good. I don't care.
Who's that, Chris?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, what's going on, man? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. How about you?
Pretty good, man. Hanging in there.
Yeah. Hey, Fifth.
What's up, bro?
Hey, you saw my comments in the chat saying I was a track athlete as well.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I actually want to add on that, like with culture. So a little bit about me. I ran college track for 4 years. I just finished out of eligibility. I ran all 4 years, and the one thing that our coach said to us, well, no selfishness, like accountability and staying on top of everything. And I thought that connects with the culture. Yeah. And every time, like I also played football as well, but not in college. But track, I was always 4 years. I was a sprinter as well.
Nice.
Yeah, 1-2 guy.
Oh, sweet.
Good. And what you said earlier, it kind of got me a little bit. It reminded me my track days, and I just retired from it too. That's the funny thing about it. Wow. And what'd you say? What'd you say? 1980?
No, I was just like, wow. Cool.
How was your coach on your track days?
Yeah. So our culture is that well, first off, everybody has to be accountable of what we do. Well, like coming to practice on time every day, whether it's early morning, like Monday through Friday, we would always have a 1 p.m. workout, and on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we would always go to weight room right after. Like as soon as we start with block, start training and all that. Yeah. And then on Saturdays, we do training on 7 a.m., sometimes 6 a.m.s, early morning, and I'm talking about hard conditioning practices too.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and I was also I never told you this, but I was also a 100, 200 guy. Sometimes 4x1, sometimes 4x4.
Oh damn.
100. What was your time in the 100?
My fastest 100 time 10.98, and my fastest 200 22.36.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I ran for D2 as well, Division 2.
Oh, you was a big time.
Oh damn, that's cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. D2 to A. That's pretty big, man. Here's my thing, man. Like, listen, I'm like everybody else, bro. We ain't got this channel to come up here and want this team to lose. I got 6, 7 jerseys, man. I got, and I ain't really got nothing, nothing newer. I got the Dez, I got the McLean. I got a man. We want these guys to win, man. But I speak from
We all
passion.
grew up in it.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna get happy because Schottenheimer is doing something in the offseason that's unrelated to football. I don't care about his personal relationship with Michael or CD. I care about how you assess them as a coach. When CD is pounding on the sideline, are you gonna be a coach and tell him, chill out? Because we seen what CD do on the sideline when he get frustrated.
Yeah.
Are you gonna keep him accountable when they late for practice? When they pound Michael Parsons leave the field before the game over?
Leave his ass on the target.
Walks it off from the field. That's no respect for your coach.
Even my track coach will get mad at my players. Get mad at my teammates for being late.
I couldn't walk away from my pops when he was talking to me. I had to stand there and listen.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing. Otherwise,
I couldn't do that. You feel
Sorry,
me?
man.
When you walk away from your dad or stepdad, like, man, trying to hit it. You ain't got no respect for him, and they ain't never demanded no respect.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get paid.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
leaving the field, that's almost as bad as Antonio Brown did.
Yeah, he's trying to get paid.
You stay there. You know what I'm saying? We don't. So if Schottenheimer changes that and win games, man, look, hey, I'm all in, bro. I get up here and say, hey, salute to him. First time he changed the culture for real. But this culture has been the same regardless of what, man, you can name players we had over the last 30 years that was good, man, that could have won something if he had the right pieces. But it's a show for Jerry. He lands his helicopters on the practice field. It's a show. Schottenheimer got this job because Mike McCarthy said no. They thought they was going to keep him.
Yep.
And he showed them. Schottenheimer said no. Jerry said, damn. And come on now. Let's not front corner out of her. And you mentioned earlier, tried to act like the guy from the Jets. It was a Rooney Rule interview. Schottenheimer didn't interview better than him. He's a better coach than Schottenheimer. He's a better coach. He's a better coach. The Jets, that guy's a better coach than Schottenheimer.
Robert Saleh, that's who it is. Robert Saleh.
Oh, with the Jets, yeah.
Rule interview. They was never going to hire him.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. They brought all the coaches in, man. Yeah, I remember that shit.
Come on.
Yeah. That was to throw us off the scent. They knew the hell. They knew what direction they were going in the beginning, man. They knew it. They just wanted to.
They thought McCarthy was going to stay.
Yeah.
They thought McCarthy was going to stay. That's what it was, And like I say, man, I want to win just like everybody else. I want to stick it to everybody. I want to be on here bragging. I want to do that too. But I'm going to act right now based off what we've already seen. And we've seen this dance before. So if Schottenheimer can come in here and kick the DJ out the way and play some different music, hey, you remember on 5 Heartbeats when Duck knocked that piano guy out the way and started playing? If Schottenheimer can knock that piano guy out the way and grab that mic and hit that Eddie Kane, cool, let's do it. Let's win, man. Go ahead. But right now, just going off what I've seen, I don't believe it. They got to show me something different because we've been here many times. Corner, you yourself said, you said Schottenheimer doing something we never seen. You said Mike McCarthy did something we never seen, 3 12-5s. You said that also. And look where we're at. We're right back here with nothing. Yeah. So that's why I say he got to show me. We've been here. We've been here with the dual threat receivers. We've been here with the dual threat running backs. And I can say our offensive line was better then.
Yeah.
Because these guys right here pretty much knew. I just saw today Tyler Guyton took accountability saying, I didn't play good last year. It's on Twitter right now. Corner like to say, I just be saying stuff without sources. It's on Twitter right now. He said, I didn't play good. Out of his mouth, he said, I didn't play good last year.
That's what he was talking about.
Yeah. Tyler Guyton said himself, he didn't play good. He wanted better. So if he can step up, if that Kansas coach can get him better or whatever.
Yeah.
That's good for me. I can get on here and brag. I don't want to every week talking about how we stink it up. Let me read this super chat. Brian Schottenheimer is just another yes man for Jerry Jones, just like Mike here. Wade Phillips out for Jerry yes man. I believe that too.
Yeah.
I believe that too. But I would like to say, being a yes man, you can still also win. And to another point, like and see corner, and not to knock you again, but when you mentioned what Eberflus did with that defense, Jason Garrett won Coach of the Year. We know he didn't deserve that. It was because of the team he had. They gave Garrett Coach of the Year. He didn't do nothing else. That's because of what them young players and Dak and Zeke was doing. You know, 80 always said, win in spite of the coaches.
Yep.
Yeah. Win in spite of the coaches, man. And I'm just, be honest with you, bro. This team is so young, and I just don't see the experience to go up against these teams that are already built. My bad, Champ. I didn't see you. Go ahead, Corey. You got
all right.
Champ.
So
what's up?
Hello, Champ. Jane Slater.
What's up, Champ?
What's up, everybody?
What's up, Champ? Do you guys view Jane Slater as a credible source? Before I even waste my breath.
Yeah.
Do you guys view Jane Slater as a credible source?
Be legit.
Yeah. Okay. Jay Slater notes that his focus on players' relationships, team dinners, and getting to know his players, Jane Slater sees that as a different approach from previous coaches that have done it in Dallas. This is coming from Jane Slater, who we all just agreed that she's credible. So if Jay Slater has players in her back pocket that she can talk to. Jane Slater ain't going to put her reputation on the line to be a yes reporter. Jane Slater, as of late, has put the fire to the Joneses with hard-hitting questions. And now she's coming with this Schottenheimer piece. Even Jane Slater, who we all just agree was credible, is buying in to the Schottenheimer culture and how he's building this up.
Listen, because she, first of all, I'm not going to say what I want to say because I don't want to sound like a
Cowboy said she don't know shit.
That's I think she was in on that Dak fake injury too. We're reporting about that.
All right, we just said she was credible now. We just said she was credible now.
I just like.
Well, I don't. Man, look here, man.
80, we're in trouble, man.
To your point, man, I've been knowing y'all for over 10 years. I've been on this thing since I've been on YouTube off and on since 08, 07, 08. I done paraphrase everything that everybody has already that has said and saying now. So that's why I just kind of sit back in the cut and let y'all be heard.
Yes, sir. My bad, 80. My bad.
No, you good. You want to talk? My fault. I was just I know.
No, go ahead. Mute up.
OG, mute up.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I didn't even see him.
Regardless of who said what, once again, it goes back to you have to work for everything that you get. You have to work for it. Nothing's for free.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a car, a house, at your job. You got to prove yourself. They're not going to give you at a normal job. We're all normal people. We're all middle class normal people.
Yeah.
Whether we work for somebody or we got our own business or you work. We work. We have to work. You have to work in order to eat, to feed your family, feed your kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's the American way. There's no getting around it. Hold on, let me
we've seen this train before. We've seen this train go by before. And once again, it goes back to results. We're gonna have to wait and see. I don't want to jump the gun and be like, oh shit, he's changing the culture. He's taking these guys out to eat and doing this and this and that. Respectively, every coach has a different approach. He's have a different approach. Whether we like it or not, they got a different approach. Whether Corner agrees with them, whether Fifth agrees, whether I agree, or Eshan, or Uncensored, or Old School, or whatever, the Dallas Cowboys are going to do exactly what they want to do, in spite of our passion, our love for the game, for the Cowboys. Obviously, we've been knowing what's best for the Cowboys more than them for over 30 years. We're rebuilding. We're starting from scratch. I sound like a broken record. It is what it is. We just got to kind of wait and see. If this works, like Corner just said, if this works, good. I think that's what we all want. If it doesn't work, obviously we're gonna fry the pan. But I'm done with so much. It blows my mind on how much that we hear about the Dallas Cowboys through the news, through wherever, and it's been the same for so long, and it all goes back to that word, results. That's what we're waiting on. That's what we need. We need results. We need results. I don't care if they think it's changing the culture in the I think season. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. What I care about are Super Bowls. I don't care about playoff wins. I don't care about 12-5s. I don't care about any of those things. I'm here for Super Bowls. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what I'm here for. Yeah. I'm the fly on the wall, and I'm the spectator, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. I can't wait to see if these going to McDonald's and all this shit is going to work.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
OG, what's up?
What's happening, man?
What's up, OG?
What the fuck was
OG,
that?
you there?
Is there like a fucking bird in the background?
This man, bird calling.
OG.
Yo, what the fuck is going on?
Is he in? What's going on?
What was
OG,
that?
you there?
What was that?
Hey, what up, fella?
What's
going on?
Oh, gee.
Yo, are you in a birdhouse or what?
I got some new meditation.
Well, look, you meditate your own time. I need your opinion on this team.
What you need? What you need, fam?
I just need to know what you think about Brian Schottenheimer and Dak Prescott making another playoff run.
Why are we talking about that already?
Because he's our quarterback and he's our head coach.
He's not going. He may not even make it out of B1. Shit. They finna come and beat the hell out of Dak Prescott. Man, Dak Prescott been whipping ass for all them years and should have won that playoff NFC championship game. All them boys, man, them boys, man, he been kicking ass so long. They finna beat up on Dak. It's time for Dak to get his ass beat down. So he ain't gonna be on the ground too long, man. They finna knock him down. So I mean that playoff run ain't right. His health is bad, bro. I mean, like he got too many injuries. It don't. Hold on. What? Somebody call me.
The bird is the bird.
Oh,
man.
Yeah, my meditation calmed down a little bit. So yeah, man, I got a little cuckoo, man. It's the same old. First, I want to say, how's everybody doing? Everybody doing fine tonight? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, that mic, man. That mic. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Hold on. OG got you.
Speaking to us by itself in third person.
Yeah, fucking.
Woo! My ear hurts.
You have headphones on, too.
Okay.
I had to turn the volume down on my phone.
Yeah, no, I did as well.
That may be a little better right there.
That's a lot better.
That's a lot better.
OG, where you in a hotel?
I'm out and about right now. Too many questions for OG. He can't answer right now. You might be the feds. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, family. All I know is I'm excited for the season because I want to see what they be saying about Dak Prescott. Now, if they have a losing season, now they got rid of the quarterback that nobody wants me to mention anymore. Okay? They got rid of the quarterback. Can't run that bootleg play action Mississippi Talk Sweet right now. Only maybe with Milton, maybe. But if they have a shitty season, it's because of the quarterback play of him not being able to stretch the play to run the Mississippi bootleg play action pass.
Oh, good.
What? It's two?
Huh?
It's the tall sweep and the pass?
Yeah, Mississippi play action bootleg talk sweet.
And the Mississippi play action pass?
Yeah.
Okay.
The point of the matter is penalties. I mean, can Scotty come in here and clean the penalties up? They was the most penalized team in the NFL. They got like second or third. I mean, the third. The most penalized. They had 100 and something penalties last year. And is he going to hold everybody accountable? Now, like I said, you kissing players' asses. You trying to build a relationship, be going out playing golf, doing all those other shit. How does that translate to the field? I'm just taking a page out of your book, Fifth. I mean, there's a point in time. Is he going to come get in some assholes? Excuse my language, be cussing out 50. P. Diddy type of P. Diddy, huh? Oh, I like that one. Is Scotty gonna hold everybody accountable? So, OG, you feeling a little good tonight? Chicken back. We will see, man. I mean, it's gonna be I'm excited. I'm gonna see you sign this guy at 250. So, I hope this add up to what y'all been saying. You're getting that.
Okay, OG froze. He'll probably be back. OG on that hen dog. What's Champ at? We lost Champ.
Hell nah, man. That fool got some moonshine.
That dude is hilarious.
He got some moonshine, sunshine.
Nah, he on that coke, man. That shit is extra.
I didn't know that was a whoa. Wait a minute.
He's doing all this stuff, man.
That California lifestyle, huh?
OG ain't on no cocaine, man. It's just alcohol, man. OG don't do no drugs like that, man. Just
I'm fucking with him.
I didn't know there was a Mississippi play action bootleg toss and a bootleg pass. I didn't know. Champ, question.
Yeah.
Are you excited about Shoddy this upcoming season?
Again, Shoddy hiring was because nobody else wanted to come here. But then again, Cowboys. No, he was in the go put the hat on. Shoddy, he was already on staff. Okay. They know what it takes for number 4 to how to run the playbook. So I don't think I could say just give him a chance.
Okay.
But
I respect that.
But my expectation is he gonna be like at Seattle when they had the even though they did have Marshawn Lynch, or is he gonna let Jerry hold on the string and let him say whatever?
Right. Hey, Nate Dogg got a message for you, Champ. That's your favorite quote.
That is your favorite quote.
Yeah, idiot GM.
Right. Michael should have 30 sacks and 5 picks or something.
So, Corner, do you see this being? We got 54 people watch. Please hit the like. Corner, do you see this being one-sided as far as pass and run, or you seeing it being balanced?
I think it needs to be. I think it needs to be 60-40 run pass.
Okay.
You have to run the football. You got fresh legs in here, and Jadon Blue Phil Maffa, Javonte Williams. I think those are your 3 starters. Maybe Hunter Lemke will be your fullback, 4th running back. Who knows? But they have to figure out how to run this football.
Okay.
Dak, you look at Dak last year before he got hurt, he had way too many red zone interceptions. Yeah. He had way too many red zone downfalls, right? Let's not even talk about playoffs, how we can help Dak in the playoffs. Dak is regular season MVP when things are going right. You know, we brought up CeeDee Lamb being number 1 wide receiver in the regular season. We brought up Tony Pollard and prime Zeke. We did all this. We got to get back to fundamentals when it comes to Dak. I get it. He's paid $60 million per year. He's the CEO of these players, right? How do we get that running game back on track? It needs to be 60-40. It has to be 60-40. If it's balanced and you're putting the ball in Dak Prescott's hands more than you should, you have to go run pass.
Okay. So let me ask you this, corner, like a second part to that question. Do you think that's what Schottenheimer wants to do, even with the addition of Pickens?
I think so. See, Pickens is on his last deal of the last year of a second round contract. Excuse me. So you're not going to game plan to pass the Pickens every game.
Okay.
If you're going to pass the game plan, you're going to go to CeeDee Lamb with a mixture of Pickens. See what I'm saying? So they brought in Pickens to help CeeDee Lamb on the opposite end because Jalen, Lord knows we needed a number 2 wide receiver to complement on the outside of CeeDee Lamb, because there's going to be games where it might be 55, 45, right? And so that 45%, I think, is the sweet spot for Dak. It can't be. I don't know if it can be 50-50, but Pickens is there for that 45-55.
Okay.
Hey, Fifth, I'm gonna get out of here, man.
I appreciate you coming through, brother.
I got one thing to say. I got one thing to say though.
Go ahead.
You know how you were talking about how we wanted to win and we want everybody to be successful and the coaching staff and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't said this phrase in a long time, but I'm ready to say, damn game.
I missed that, man.
Heard that in so long.
Man, I haven't said that in so long, dog. Man, I've been.
Wait a minute. Say it again because you broke
You
up.
used to say that after a win that we were struggling with. And
this damn game, man.
Yeah, it was a win that nobody thought we would win.
Yeah.
Damn game.
Yeah, it feels like you've said that, man.
I appreciate you, man, for sure, man.
All right,
Hey, fella. I'll holler at y'all, man.
All right, God bless, bro.
JB,
Yes, sir.
JB, man, I got a question for you, man.
Okay.
So with the newly addition added to the receivers, the 2 we drafted, the young guys. TD, we know who he's a dog. We know Pickens is a dog. Look at corner.
Yeah.
Did you say Diddy?
I heard
did. I definitely did say Diddy. I did.
I swear I heard that too.
With the new Pickens, Lamb, the new running backs. Has your confidence lifted even with this O-line from last year's offense to this year's, or how you feel about it now? Do you feel like we've upgraded with the new running backs and the Pickens ad?
I think we upgraded with the Pickens ad and the O line, but the running back position is still a question for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I know they were trying to say they're going to feature the run, but I think this is going to be our downfall. I think they're going to try to score points with those receivers. I think the addition with Pickens to me is it might be a twofold where it could be a excellent good thing that might have happened, but then it could be the opposite. Because I mean, when I say the opposite, it probably could hurt us because we're not going to run the ball as much as I think we could. I think it's going to end up being like Mike McCarthy. We're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball. And I think that's gonna translate the same thing with Schottenheimer because Jerry Jones gonna want to see highlights. He gonna want to see big time passes. I didn't go get Pickens for you, Dak, for you to throw him the ball. I didn't get you CD for you to throw him the ball. He just paid CD what, 36 mil? Shit. He gonna want to see track star. He gonna want to see the 99 Rams. What they call it? Show the greatest show on turf.
Yes, yes.
That's what he want to see with the Cowboys this year, and to me, that's gonna mess us up because Dak is not Kurt Warner.
Corner, what you got? Ray, what's up, Corner?
Guys, I don't know how to phrase this, and we got to stop with this passing narrative because they knew they had to run the ball. Jason Garrett knew it. That's why we had DeMarco Murray, NFL leading rusher 2014. Then fast forward 2 years later, they drafted Zeke, and they paired him up, and they ran the ball up until basically till the wheels fell off with Zeke. Then you look at it outside of Zeke with Tony Pollard and stuff. They farted with this running game, and they know what this offense is like without a running game, and they know what this offense is with a running game.
Okay.
So I really think that Jerry doesn't. I really feel like Jerry doesn't care if they're going to run the ball and it's working. Jerry ain't gonna say shit. That's just what it is.
Wow. So you don't think. You don't think it would be? You don't think Pickens will create an issue if he's not getting his touches?
I think I don't think Pickens knows what it's like to win 3 games in a row, does he? Does he know what success is?
I mean,
if he's mad, if it's working and Pickens is mad, then why is Pickens even here? Because even Amari Cooper would tell you, I don't care if they're running the ball. Are we winning games? Des Bryant, I don't care if I'm getting the ball. We're winning games. CeeDee Lamb, I don't care we're passing the ball. We winning games.
I don't know if Pickens feels like that though.
It's a different mentality, I think.
They said Pickens is they said he could be a problem.
The chosen.
Yeah, Pickens is he just gets in his own way sometimes.
Cowboy said Pickens been in the playoff game 4 years straight, Corner.
And they lost every single one. I mean, you won 3 games in a row. Has he won 3 games in a row?
Yeah, we did too.
Yeah, we lost playoff games too, man.
Yeah. Champ, question for you. Let's just say hypothetically, we like to deal with hypotheticals. You know, corner like to deal with the word potential. So I'm gonna say hypothetically, Champ. Let's say the Cowboys go 12-5. Let's say we make the playoffs. Let's say they take away your running game. Would you trust Prescott to bring it home in a game where your running game is taken away?
Nope.
Even with CD, Pickens, a decent offensive line, would you trust his arm?
Rewind. Go back to the Green Bay Packer game.
See, AI assist.
The Niners game when Pollard got hurt.
Pollard. Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, all 3 years. Go back.
3 years. Yep.
Yep. The 2 Niners game and the Green Bay game.
Mm-hmm. He couldn't do nothing.
Here's a deer in headlights.
So
Google said he's never won 3 games in a row.
Corner, stay off Google, man.
But you know what?
I'm about to be out, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate you.
Salute to you,
all right, JB.
Brother, I appreciate you.
All right, OG, be easy, dog.
All right.
Take it easy, man.
All right, brother.
Okay, family.
Go ahead, Champ.
But the only thing, I agree with Corner. The only way the Cowboys is going to be successful,
Look at him.
they're going to have to run the ball 60-40. That's the only way. Remember what I said the other day. Dak Prescott is a bus driver. You got to keep him on a very tight leash. The type of leash that you tie your dog to around a tree. When he started running around, yeah, that's what they need to do to Dak.
Okay.
But again, we don't know what mentality that the idiot GM and his idiot son got in store, because with their $60 million investment.
That's my worry.
But here's the deal is, here's the only hope I got. Back in 2014, when the Cowboys played against 49ers, they beat them 28-14. It was Callahan and Marinelli. They got on Jason Garrett ass and a Linehan ass, run the damn ball. And then what happened? Cowboys went 12-3 along the way, and they were 8-0 on the road. So that's where they had DeMarco Murray. So sometimes the Cowboys got to be hit in the face in order for them to say, hey, if this working, go for it. So the deal is, like Sports Junkie and old boy channel, Facts Over Feelings. I mean, yeah, they need to do this. Fuck your feelings. If it's working, I don't care. If the Cowboys is maintaining a good 60-40, that's one way to protect the defense and to protect Dak from his self kryptonite. Because Dak want to prove to people that, hey, I can be better than Mahomes, but you're not. You're not. You've seen it so many times. Receiver be wide open, but you throwing down the field on triple coverage, interception.
Yeah.
Or you throwing 10 feet high or the shoelace. Dak, and with Pickens, man, with Dak and Pickens, yes, man, that is a dynamic duo. But we cannot trust Dak to throw a receiver wide open. His accuracy is not that good.
That's a good point. He said 64 doesn't get Pickens paid. Could be a problem. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That is
I don't give a fuck.
See, here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. So, okay, if Corner wants to correlate what can we do for Dak in January to running, if Schottenheimer has the keys to do that, that's okay. We've just never seen it. If he do, hey, man, run the ball, keep the ball out of Prescott's hand. Here's the thing. Coaches will realize your running game is your go-to, and they will do whatever it takes to stop it. They did it to Jalen Hurts, and they made Jalen Hurts win the game when the ball was in his hand. The defense did what they needed to do on defense, but the ball still came back to Jalen Hurts, and he took care of it. Do you trust Dak to take care of the ball?
No.
That's been the problem. That's my problem. Go ahead, champ.
Oh, on that, the best way for Dak to run offense, especially if he's throwing, hurry up. Hurry up offense. Because if he back there longer than 3 seconds, his brain cells don't communicate. It's like his brain is like a Commodore 64 versus the computers out there right now. Like Commodore 64, he frees up. Like, I don't know what to throw it to. But if you're doing that hurry up offense, yeah, Dak is the best. He don't have to do the Mississippi play action, bootleg, run around. But
toss sweep.
But yeah, toss sweep. But if you run the ball, he can open up the play action.
I don't know.
But you have to do it at a fast pace.
I don't know what our offensive line is conditioned of to consistently do hurry up offense. I don't know if it'll tire you out constantly back to back doing hurry up offenses. So
yeah.
But as a quarterback, that shouldn't be your go-to. You shouldn't have to do a hurry up offense in order to be successful.
And eventually a defense would figure it out.
I think this just sums up to Dak Prescott just has reached his ceiling. No matter who comes in, that's what it looked like. Every coach and player has gone from the team. I think he reached his ceiling. Corner said it 2 years ago. He's a regular season MVP. I agree. Dak Prescott, and I don't even know if this season is he going to look like that because we got a tough schedule with a new team and a new head coach. Dak ain't never thrown the Pickens. Dak ain't never been coached by Schottenheimer. Schottenheimer ain't never coached up against some of these good head coaches he about to go up against. What is he gonna do against Andy Reid?
Right.
What is Schottenheimer gonna do up against Sirianni? Like these are the things I question. I don't just look at a player and get excited. I like to go deeper. Hey, yo, and dissect like everything. Like I said, because the Cowboys got better don't mean other teams didn't get better. Everyone tried to get better. It's about if it's successful. And I just feel like our common denominator in our downfall, it has a lot to do with coaches. Mike McCarthy, for God's sake, said he couldn't see the clock. Like, what type of coach are you?
Yep.
In the same breath, Dak Prescott has been a big part of our failure. In back-to-back playoff games, he threw 2 picks in both games.
Yep.
In his playoff career, he had 7 picks. That's average a pick per game because he's 2-5, right, in playoff games, right?
Yeah.
That's an average of a pick a game. Like, what? What are you doing? That's not good. Even when your defense steps up for you, even when your offense, your running backs and everybody step up for you, this is who you still be. So that's why I feel the way I feel about moving forward until they show me something different. It's just the way you know what I'm saying? Like, if your girlfriend is a cheater, she got to regain your trust again, you know? You're not just going to trust off her word. She got to really show she not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's just where I'm at with it, and that's just how I feel about it, man. Until they show me something different, and it's doubled now. I'm definitely tough on them now because we got a new head coach that never coached a game. As far as the Dallas Cowboys, the head coach, he's never done it. You know, what are you doing?
Dude, you gotta mute yourself, man.
OG, please.
You gotta mute yourself, man.
OG, you are not at home. Where you at? So, final question. I'm gonna go around the panel because OG tripping.
Dude, stop.
You gonna let me ask the question?
Go ahead.
Okay. Cowboys corner.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Before you, wasn't y'all arguing last week? You and Corner, so y'all done made up now?
That's my brother. We've been arguing for almost a decade.
They always argue.
They always argue. Exactly.
They always argue.
Do y'all not know half of the time me and Corner?
So that's not the question. I said, have y'all made up now?
We don't have to make up. That's my brother. We've been doing this almost a decade.
There was nothing to make up for.
There was nothing to make
They
up.
never make up.
I was the first one to. I was the first one to ask Fifth if he was going live today.
Yeah.
That's my.
Oh, good job, fellas. You good job. Patience is
never
personal.
You're the only one that thought you had to take a time out to read a Bible verse.
Right.
Do you not know the next
Sometimes
day?
Sometimes you need peace on the stream.
Oh, gee, the very next day after that, me and Fifth Quarter literally shared pictures of our kids and talked about our kids. This is what.
God bless you.
We don't.
Well, God bless you.
We don't take this off. That's my brother, man. We've been arguing like this forever.
This is Cowboys Corner and Fifth Quarter Cowboys. Out there, it's Mike and DJ.
Facts. That ain't nothing. We good.
Yeah. Hey, you argue about wrestling too.
That's what I was trying to tell you last week, OG. When you trying to cut us off, I was telling you, bro, let us go. This ain't nothing. Like, we good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, Fifth.
There's nothing to make up.
Hold on, Fifth. 1, 2,
Hey,
3.
that 10 seconds threw me off.
Yeah, man.
That's 10 seconds. And then you're going to take commercial break and he read a Bible verse.
Man.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I rebuke what you said in the name of Jesus.
Oh, good Lord.
No, OG, they know nothing. OG, that wasn't. Listen, if you could
You
have
got
saw
enough
some of the
moonshine,
boys,
you might see him right now.
Don't never disrespect the Lord.
we not as bad as we were back in the day. Trust me. When we was younger, they was way worse.
And I asked Oso Digizua a question yesterday about uncensored.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Remember that uncensored? You want to share it with the panel?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yo, AI generated crap.
that wasn't AI generated.
Using your he over there using his Chinese algorithms.
Real quick. Y'all heard about Sam Williams got arrested?
Are you
serious? You bullshit.
That's why I don't talk about the kid. I
Hey,
don't talk
now
about
a
Sam.
culture change would be to cut his ass tomorrow. That's a culture change.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he's
got
done.
arrested again. Yeah, Jerry Jones said he's maturing.
What did he do this time?
What?
He
He was
must be
driving
developing also.
66. I think he driving 66 in the 40.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, shit.
Oh, what a yo!
Must got anger issues. No, you can't cut him for that.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
You
No,
can.
Yes, you can.
He had a last year of
a
his
speeding
contract.
ticket.
That's
Wait a minute. How do you get arrested? And how do you get arrested for going 66 and a 40?
That's
Any
22
20
miles
miles
above
per
the speed
hour
limit.
over is considered
Easy.
reckless
That's a
driving.
ticket, and take your ass home and pay the fine.
Court.
That's reckless
criminal
driving. That's not a
No, that's bullshit.
That's his second time.
That's criminal.
That's his
No,
second time.
that's that slave shit. That's that slave
What's
shit.
your source here, Champs? I'm Googling. I don't see nothing.
I saw it on X. I just saw it on X.
Might have been a troll. Though,
Right.
as you can
Yeah,
see.
no AI. Trap on AI.
Yo, there might
Ain't
be
nobody
that
no goddamn man.
It was.
Do you find anything, Corner?
It was posted 4 hours ago.
There's nothing on Google. That must have been a troll post.
Nate Dogg said,
Post the link in the back chat.
Your
Yeah,
Twitter
at
is
least I
2
don't see
seasons
anything.
behind. Champ
At least I
Twitter
don't
2
see
years behind.
Dude,
Champ going cuckoo.
Oh, gee,
Yeah, Champs, you might want to check the date on that post. Damn.
Champ going a little
I tell
cuckoo.
you what, OG, you go 20 over the speed limit and think you're going to get arrested. You're going to jail. That's reckless driving.
22 driving.
Yeah,
Hey, calm down a little bit, young man. Calm down a little bit. Calm
Can I get
down.
my last
That's
question
the
now so we
basic,
can get out of
basic
here,
common
please?
sense.
Yeah, it's not a long question, is it?
OG.
Let me go to my question.
Time out, fellas. That's your
whoever
whistle for you
gave
guys.
OG a soundboard need to be hung on in the middle of Main Street.
That's your buzzer to keep you calm. That's your man.
Use that shit on your channel.
Thank you.
Hey, you don't tell nobody what to do.
Hey,
It's your channel.
Quit regulating everything. He always trying to regulate like he Grandpa Paul. Yeah, it works for me. He Grandpa
Okay,
Paul.
it was 2 years ago.
Shit, I never had Grandpa Paul on the station.
All right.
No, they were questioning about his maturity. My bad.
Okay, it's all good.
Okay.
It's all good. Let me get to my last question.
That was fake news.
Cowboys Corner. What's your honest opinion and your thoughts on this year's defense?
That's a good question. That's a real good question. I think my starting lineup's going to be Micah. I don't know if Mozzie's going to be in the starting lineup this year.
You better not.
I think someone's going to surprise us and win that job over. And then obviously you got Diggy Zua.
Okay.
And then you got I think Dante Fowler is going to be on the other end.
Mm-hmm.
And then your rotation with that would be Marshawn Nealon, Donovan Ezaraku, our second round pick there. So and then Sam Williams will be somewhere in there. But I still need some D tackles. I still need some D tackles. I don't know. We got a long way to go to training camp. We still got the quiet season before training camp. Maybe they'll do something in the quiet season. And then I think our linebackers, Kenneth Murray Jr., Maris Lewifau, Shamir James out of Florida. You should know him, fifth.
Yeah.
With Matt Eberflus being a linebackers coach at heart, I want to see how he works with these linebackers here. Buddy Johnson, how does he benefit from a Matt Eberflus? And then your corners are the biggest questions. To be honest with you, Deron Bland coming into this year after an off year, Trayvon Diggs checking out of the season, Revel with his knee building up there at corner, Elam, the corner that we traded from the Bills. I mean, corner I think is the biggest question. And then we don't have Harris here anymore. He went to Chicago, so now this new cornerback coach, how does he work with these corners? And then safety, Malik Hooker. He played with Matt Eberflus in Indy, so he knows a little bit of Matt Eberflus there from Indy. And then the strong safety spot, how does that look? Overall, I think the pieces are there. I think there's a lot of potential there. It's just how is you going to put it together? But it all starts. Your front seven is crucial this year.
Okay. I like that. I like that. That's a good. That's a good. And that's a take about Mozzie might not start. Hey, you could be right. Could be right. You never know. We'll see how it go. I guess it's if Eberflus, if he want to come in and make a difference, he probably would. If he don't see any type of progression in Mozzie, he probably would. Put somebody else out there that could be a little more effective. That's a good point. Eshan, for you, what does it mean to have such a different makeshift at offensive line, because it looked completely different.
Yeah.
With the Booker and with Zach Barton being gone.
Yeah.
With Terrence Steele having a setback, and we got the new offensive line coach. What are your thoughts on going forward with the new O-line coach and this whole new look at offensive line?
I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'll put it that way. That's what I would say. So I'm excited about Tyler Booker. I mean, I like the pickup. I still think Terrence Steele is terrible, and I still think we gotta. I mean, if we could cut him, I want to cut him. But it's just my worry is the fact that this is again like we're preaching about is this is I think the first year that Dak has not had that one of the players from that second wall with Zach Barton being gone. So this is his first year where there's just nobody on that second wall completely. And we've seen in the past, whenever he didn't have a Tyron Smith or any of those guys, he would struggle a lot, and so he would get antsy in that pocket and things like that. So that's honestly my biggest worry. To be honest, it's mostly about how will Dak look in the pocket when he has a completely new line, and that's something that I have to see, that I'm going to be looking for sure. It's whether or not he's going to be seeing ghosts in the pocket, or that's really what I'm going to be looking at. But just talking about the coach, it's the same thing with Schottenheimer, with Eberflus, with it's a completely new regime and the coaching staff. So I'm very, very curious to see what what the coach does, and how these guys play come week one. So I'm very, very curious to see. So in terms of how I feel it's going to go, I'm not confident, but that does not mean I'm not confident either. It's just I'm kind of in this space. It's like, let's see what happens with it. And I'm optimistic, but I'm just okay. Let's see the way it plays out. That's kind of where I am with it.
Okay, I got your point. Cowboys champ. Question for you, man. We know Bland, and he came off an injury. We know Diggs coming off an injury. We talked the other day. You like, nah, we don't need Ramsey. Has your confidence dropped in our cornerbacks, man? Being that they both have broke records in the past, have your confidence dropped in them, or you still, feel like they can get the job done?
Oh, it dropped. So for one, both of them come off with a knee injury. Secondly, the old defensive system they had, it worked for them.
Mm-hmm.
On the Queen, it worked for them. But on the Zimmer, it didn't. Now, Eberflus, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's too many question marks.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, with the third round pick coming off a knee injury.
Oh yeah.
This whole. Oh yeah, don't forget about Butler.
Another knee injury. God.
Yeah, I mean, it's like all our deep, the ones that we had so high hopes for, it's not looking good. So, like I said, because one thing with the injury, but they got to find a system that works best for them.
Right. Okay. OG, you there?
Yeah.
All right, OG.
Hey, just put me on last real quick. Come back to me.
All right, no problem. Uncensored brother, what's your okay? We knew Lamb needed help, right? We knew they didn't play Turpin right. We knew, whatever happened with Cooks and Tolbert and Brooks and all that stuff. Do you think that Pickens and Lamb can coexist a full season?
Yeah, I don't think that'll be a problem as far as them two being able to be on the field at the same time consistently. I don't. If we get the offense that we're hoping that we get, which is a run heavy offense,
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely see because all right, what are we talking about? 45 snaps a game on offense. If we
About
want to do
60.
60, yeah. So about all right, let's go with 60. So if you want to do a 60-40 split, what are you about 40 runs, 30 passes,
Yeah.
just to
40
just to
runs,
keep
20
even numbers?
passes.
Yeah, all right. So you got to spread that. You're gonna have to spread that around, and it all depends on whether Pickens is okay getting, 5 catches, 40 yards, 50 yards, and maybe a touchdown, and then seeing CD Lamb flourish. You got to remember, Pickens is in the last year of his rookie contract. That's a blessing and a curse at the same time. Because one, you can get a player on the cheap, but two, you got a player that's in the number 2 spot that also want to get paid. And if he's seeing his numbers and they not indicative of high earning numbers for his next contract, you might get the Pickens that lash out a little bit. But I watched some Pickens highlights and lowlights, I guess you could say, and most of Pickens' problems are he can't control his anger and his frustration, and then lazy route running. He didn't really go after his teammates very often.
Okay.
He got personal fouls like he did with Jay Lou, grabbing his face mask and stuff like that, and things like that against the opponents. But I didn't see very often where he went after his quarterback for not getting him the ball, or a coach or anything like that. Even back in college, it's just he couldn't control when he was getting, either shut down or get frustrated or something like that. He would lash out and he get these random personal foul penalties, or he just kind of mentally checked himself out of the game by running lazy routes and things like that, a la Amari Cooper. So I don't think that it'll be one of those things where formations or primary reads will be an issue with him. It's just if the ball is going his way and he's having trouble where Dak might be throwing it high, low, behind him, or you know what I mean, or he's getting the coverage that isn't allowing him to get his catches and his numbers. That's when I can see him getting frustrated and acting up a little bit.
Okay. I like that assessment when you say you don't see the problem, when it's run and it's split. I would like that 60-40. I'm not going to lie, because y'all know me. I'm not a fan of the ball being in Dak Prescott's hand a lot.
I prefer it to be about 65 closer to 70, but I don't think that's going to happen.
My thing is, I don't know how Jerry feels about paying Dak that much money just to turn around and hand the ball off.
Right.
My only thing,
Yeah.
we know Jerry is a salesman. He want to sell as many jerseys as he can when it comes to his top players. So that's my only worry. We got these 2 new running backs. I would like to see them boys just run it, man. I want to limit Dak Prescott as much as possible. That's not his. Listen, he's an older guy now. I just. It's just not going to work if you don't limit him. Like it's just not going to work, bro. And it's so frustrating because I feel like even at times when we limited him, even in his crucial moments where he's been limited, he's still just, like I said, I don't know, man. The kid, he sold a lot of jerseys, he sold a lot of tickets. He did what he did. They like him as a person, but I just don't never think he was that person. OG, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Last question for you, OG. Let's say the Cowboys make the playoffs. Do you trust your quarterback?
Don't even go there.
It's a question. If the Cowboys make the playoff, do you trust your quarterback?
Froze.
You already know
Only way they're gonna make the playoffs is Scotty got to come in and clean up the penalties, and they got to run about 25 to 30 times a game. They got to stay 25 to 30 times a game. You cannot let him throw that damn football because he's gonna throw it into the double coverage. He's only gonna be good for going for slant across the middle for CeeDee Lamb and maybe an out route. If I was throwing the ball downfield or turping over the middle or something like that's going to get picked off. He tried to do too much and throwing underneath to Ferguson. I don't trust him in the playoffs. I don't even know. They got to clean up the penalties first. The only thing that's killing this team is undisciplined. Y'all got to understand, man. This team has been lost for so many years. Under Garrett and Mike McCarthy, like all these coaches came in here like undisciplined. They got no dog in the house that can line everybody up and just get in their butt if they mess up. Like if Dak Prescott throws and may have a bad game, hey, you coming out? I want to see Milton. If we lose by 100, that's cool. You can play the next game, but I want to see the stupid stuff that you've been doing the game before. He got to put fear into them, man. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't gonna come in here and not put fear into them, no need for even us rooting for them. They've been doing what they've been doing for the longest. Diggs been coming out here doing stupid. No, was that Diggs? Yeah, doing stupid stuff coming out on his phone. And you got Michael Parsons with the podcast. They gave him praise for that. Now I'm mad at you. Now you've been everybody run off at the mouth. Everybody in the newspaper too much run off at the mouth. There's so many cancer on this team, man. They just got you gotta just put the foot down on the team and come with discipline. The penalties on the phone, and I'm telling them, look, don't even bring the phone in the locker room. None of y'all. I don't want to see no phones. I ain't kissing none of y'all butt. I was good during the off season right now. Now we're coming in the OTAs. I was praising y'all, but now I want to check out y'all bad habits. Now we out playing golf. Check out the bad habits. What y'all doing out? What y'all doing out the field? What y'all doing? You on the phone? What you doing? What you doing here? Because you bring it into the locker room, then you ain't got no respect for the coaches and nobody else. I ain't saying that they should have a life, but this is football. You getting paid paper. You getting paid big money that we will never see. But until you discipline this team, they ain't gonna never do nothing. But you got to put fear into them. But no, I don't trust him because he can do what he want to do, bro. He can throw like 2 picks and come out there and be down by 21 to 14 points and I'm still going to come out there in the game and continue to stick it up. Like, you ain't putting no fear in him, bro. Like, it don't make no sense. So we're going to see if this don't – we'll see if this is going to pan out. If he do that, if Scotty can do that, take control of Dak Prescott and handle him throughout the season, we know Scotty's for real. If this is just a make-believe fairy tale story with Scotty, then we'll know at the end of the season, and they're an easy man to move forward. But I just don't trust this man with the ball in his hand in the playoffs. No, we just have no blowout, one and done. But the defense could show us something different. It's going to be more snaps on the. Can the defense not play a lot of snaps like the offense? We want to see points. We want to be points scored.
Mm-hmm.
Points. We don't want no damn field goals. Like field goal, get down to the front. We can't. Oh, here we go. We can't get over the 50 or get 45. That's a penalty. Here we go. Kicking another field goal. We get 35. That's a field goal by holding by somebody on the left side or the right side. It's like penalties, bro. Like kill this team. Like if you got to clean that up, and if you get to the playoffs, can correct the penalties on that. That's what's been killing this team, but discipline, bro. They need to clean that up, bro. It don't matter, but what's going on? Can you clean it up? And hey, drop the mic. Peace.
I appreciate that, OG. Man, salute to everybody for coming on. We had a good show tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to end it. Shout out to Cowboys Corner for coming on as always. Eshan as always. Champ for show. Shout out to Uncensored, my dog. And shout out to OG. 1980 for sure always. JB.
Mm-hmm.
That's about to be it for me. So unless something happens, I probably won't be back on to next Friday because I'm only home for a few days. So, yes. We're going to get out of here, man. Peace out, everybody.
Take care.
Take care.